welcome. Who the chat is already hyped up. Let's shut this guy right here down. Alright, now it's just me and you guys. What's up, everybody? Nolander Gaming coming in with the like and the share. LJ coming in with the like and share. Paul coming in with the like. What is up, everybody? Well, we all know what day it is. It's Tuesday. That's right. We all know what we're in store for here tonight on a fine Tuesday evening. Some good old hearty racing. And boy, oh boy, we're in for one tonight, folks. It's finale night. It's championship night, folks. We have been talking about this race after race after race after race after race through the last 9 rounds. It's finally here. We're at the end, and woo boy, what a setup we have for you folks out here tonight. I'm in awe. So the standings come in, and the standings are tight. Every single driver in that top 7 has something to lose here tonight. Every single one of them. None of them are safe. There's not one driver here that is guaranteed to hold that top 7 spot in the championship series for the all-star spot, and there's no driver guaranteed to hold that top 3 spot either as far as the championship standings goes either here tonight. It was projected to be a 100% full grid here tonight. We had one driver who was unable to make the race due to work. Just was unable to get out of work in time, and he's not going to be able, so we're going to be short one guy. We may have D.90 come and join us here tonight. We'll see how that goes. But welcome, everybody. It's going to be a fantastic race. So let's break it down for everybody. We are, again, in Japan. We're at Kyoto. So we're at the Yamagawa and Miyabi course. That's right, dub full course. And I mean, it's championship finale night, so we're not going to make it easy on the guys here tonight. Finish strong, RR. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. Vic coming in with the thumbs up. What you doing, my guy? How we all at? How we doing? We all know who Vic's cheering for here tonight. We got an LJ Super Ninja and an RR Spec 1 fan up in the house. We love to see it. So we're heading to Japan. Circuit length 6.84 kilometers long, 4.25 miles. Has 20 left and right hand turns. It's an original circuit. It is a tarmac surface. It appears in Gran Turismo Sport in an update and a Gran Turismo 7 upon release. Presenting the series here all season long, and tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is DMJ VROOM. Absolutely fantastic dudes over there creating all these esports series over here. This is our 2nd season for the North American series, and it's just blowing up, and it's because of you guys, so keep rocking it. Don't forget to like and share this out for me tonight, too. Let's get it out there. This is going to be an absolute race you're not going to want to miss. No driver here is going to take it easy on the other driver. Bradley, how's it going? Just been over watching Nolander doing practice. Ooh, hope he's looking good. Hope he's looking good. He's in a tough spot. So, I mean, what do we say? Every driver's going to put it all on the line. Tonight's the last night. This is it. Every point matters. Every turn counts. Every 1/10 of a second matters. And every mistake could cause heartbreak for one of these drivers here tonight. Are we going to see our returning champion, GVG Jake, take the crown here again and defend his title? Or are we going to see Sparky Boomman come in and be crowned our newest champion here at DMJ North America in Season 2? Have to wait to find out. We're on a reverse grid based off the standings, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a 50-minute endurance race. There's no qualifying for these guys tonight to spice it up. Moving over. Our details: maximum tires are racing soft, the minimum tire is the racing hard. No tuning is allowed. The cars are on very specific power and weight settings. They're designed to be extremely equal between the 3 cars, and they are, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. The tire wear is 6 times, which means every lap that these drivers go around the racetrack here tonight, they're using 6 laps worth of fuel, and this is a big racetrack. And tires are 4, so same thing. Every lap around the racetrack, their tires are 4 laps worth of tire wear for every lap they run here tonight. Boost is off. It's a grid start with a false start check. Slipstream is real. Mechanical damage is heavy. Long, fast, technical racetrack. Definitely going to have to make sure these guys are hitting their braking points, not getting into the walls, getting into the grass here. It's going to cause damage. Going to slow these guys down tonight on this particular track. They start with a full tank of gas. They're allowed to use ABS and TCS. Traction control and anti-lock braking. The grip reduced on track edge is real. Overtaking boost is default, of course. There's no nitro in these cars, and they must use the required tire, the mandatory tire, for a full 2 circuit laps. Sorry, a full circuit lap. 1 full circuit lap in order to qualify that tire as being used. Now, with that being said, the mandatory tire here tonight, again, we're not going to make it easy for these drivers. It is the racing hard. And the pit window is open at the beginning of lap 3, so these drivers can't take new tires until the basically till the end of lap 3, essentially, when they can finally get back to pit lane. So it's getting a little bit in the evening time here. It's nice and sunny outside here in Japan today, and we're just gonna go check to see how our grid's looking. We're still missing 2. Just trying to figure out who it is here real quick. Just going through the list. Okay. No, he's here. All right, sorry. I'm just taking a look at the lineup here. We're missing 2 drivers still, and we're about 7 minutes from race start. I got to set the grid, so I need the drivers to get into the lobby here so we can start this race. Just gonna go over, swing over to Discord real check on what's going down. So let's kick it over. Let's get on track. Let's spectate for a few minutes here. Let's go check out our drivers, shall we? Wrong button. There we go. So we're on board with LJ Super Ninja here currently right now. And we're missing Badass, of course, who always shows up right at the last minute here due to work. And we're missing another driver here who I'm just trying to figure out who it is right now. I think they're all here. All but the one. So we're already seeing some different cars on track. We got Larry in the 4C. We had Nolander in the Porsche. We got ATB in the Porsche. Looks like the guys are struggling a little bit here. Egon is in the Peugeot. Okay. Most of the guys just are chilling in pit lane here. I'm trying to figure out who we're missing. Heathen is not ticked in yet. That makes 12. Badass isn't here, makes 13. Man, am I confused right now, chat? I am confused for no reason. I feel like I'm way overthinking this. Yeah, 14 of 16. Bandit's in, Egon's in, Superman's there, Heathen's there, Vegas is there, Par is not in. ATB, Nolander, Ghost. LJ, Spec, Sparky, Jake. Okay, I think I might be suffering from some form of a glitch here or something, chat. It's telling me there's 14 drivers in here, but I'm only seeing 12, 11. 12, 13, 14. Yeah, okay. Alright, I need these guys to tick in so I can set the grid. Alright, so I'm just going to flip you back over to this beauty right here. We're going to flip this on. What's up, everybody? Your boy Ghost here. Hope we're all doing well. And we're just going to... There we go. Okay. So, we got that sorted. We're going to do one last second check over on the Discord to see if our legendary UK guy is up and about. He doesn't look like it. Okay. So we got to make sure that the settings are correct. So that's the first thing we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. And we're looking pretty good. Yes, sir. No, sir. Alright, so we got a driver that's not set right, so we just got to give him to correct that. Oh, come on. Oh. Alright, so he's just making that adjustment right now, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll be kicking this off as soon as I get the grid set. GG's, gentlemen. Good luck getting past me. Hashtag worst pole position starter. Laughing my... You know I can't say that other word. Bad boy. Lamau. Lamau. You'll do fine, Bennett. You'll do fine, my guy. These guys are killing me here. I think we got a miscommunication on the weights and power for his car. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. We're just getting this sorted, ladies and gentlemen. It never goes off without a hitch, that's for sure. But that's alright, that's alright. 107, 100. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Come on, Jake. Yeah, I mean, my bad, guys. That's not what I meant to say. I'm thinking out loud from what I'm trying to type here. I thought he was in the RCZ. He was in the 4C. That's my mistake. So it's my hold up, as usual. Always is, chat. But I hope we're all doing good tonight. The race is going away here shortly, I swear to God. I swear, I swear. Alright. So now we got that out of the way. I warned them I'm not letting them past easy. I know, I heard you. I was in there when you said it. That's good. That's the fighting spirit right there. Alright, so we're all back. Now I can set the grid, guys. So we're setting the grid right now. Just give me uno momento. That's going to take just a moment to do that, of course. And I need to open my eyes and pay attention to what I'm looking at here. There we go. Okay, they're all good. Of course they are. They were good the first time. No turtle this week. No turtle this week. You're right, Larry. Alright, so let's set that host. Let's change that grid. So it's going to be Bandit in the pole position. So, while we're setting the grid, we'll give you guys the lineup while we're setting the grid as well. I mean, why not, right? I mean, that's exactly what we need to do. So, we're just bringing up my paperwork here. Because, no, I don't know it offhand. So, we got Bandit, and then we got Egon coming in with a P2 start. Ooh, I'm sure he's going to enjoy that. We got Superman coming in P3. We've got Heathen coming in with a P4 start as well. So some of these drivers getting a chance to get up front here and run up front. And we'll have to see how they control the race pace and handle the race start here. We got Vegas Paul starting 5th, and then we've got Betcher starting in 6th place as well. Moving up the field into 7th is Barr, who is not here. So that will move to ATB, of course. And then ATB to Nolander. Mr. Ghost Viper, as soon as I find him. There he is. Then we got LJ Badass, Spec 1, and Sparky Boom Man, and our current championships point sitter, Jake, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just verifying the order one more time before we kick that start button. So here we go. Good. Heathen, Legas, Metcher, ATB, Nolander, Ghost, LJ, Badass, Spec, Sparky, Jake. Alright. We're kicking it, chat. That's it. She's race time. Alright, flipping all the way over to here. We're going to go bada bing. Bada boom. And here we go. So, we are going to hang out with Bandit Zeke as he's sitting on pole for the race. Now, there's no points for pole position here tonight, obviously because it's reverse grid, but there is those fasted laps. It's all good, Brandon. Don't worry about it, my guy. Real life is real life. We totally understand. Jerry Stewart coming in with the thumbs up as well. Much love. Appreciate everybody coming in. And we're getting way to start our finale here tonight. So, championship round, ladies and gentlemen. Round 10. It's been a hard-fought battle by all these drivers all season long. And push car out in front. So, here we go. These guys are revving up. We're waiting the lights. Again, it's false start. Brandon coming in with that like and that chair, and we're off, and Bandit gets a good start. Egon right tucks in behind right away, so tough corner here. As you can see, it's going 4 wide here in the back, 3 wide coming through corner 1. Bandit gets off with a pretty early lead here, so good job by Bandit. Egon close behind in second place. We got what looks like to be ATB getting a little bit out wide on the corner 1 there, but it looks like he recovers nicely. So let's get through the grid. We got Bandit in 1. We got Egon in second place, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here we go in a battle. This is a battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and all the way through the field. Heathen managing to hold 3rd. Betcher all over him here in 4th place. So Heathen grabbing a position here off the race start. Betcher in 4th place, and you can see the fast guys trying to get through as quickly as they can in the back there. You see them swerving and bobbing and weaving and looking for that next hole to get through. So moving down the field here, we got Vegas in 4th place. Oh, contact. Oh, we got 2 guys hitting out there in the wall. We're going to take a peek at that in just 1 second here. Again, we all know that there are special situations here, so just give me 1 second. We're looking. All right. So, we are good to go. All right, so damage for those 2 guys. Oh, man, super unfortunate. You know, Ghost Viper's been on Just a little bit of a string of bad luck here near the end of the series, but we'll see how he recovers. 50-minute race, a long ways to go. Egon now in the lead, getting ahead of Bandit Zeke. So Egon running down the road here. Bandit Zeke very close behind right now. So Bandit Zeke been away for a few weeks due to moving houses, of course, moving locations. Back online for the finale here, and looking like he was missing the racetrack so far in his time off. We got LJ in third place, so LJ's moving up quick here. LJ's become a quick mover, and I believe that's Spec 1 now in P4, so Spec 1's gotten up through the grid quickly. Jake just behind in P5. We've got Superman in P6. We've got Badass in P7. We've got Heathen in P8. We've got Sparky in P9. Sparky's, he's a patient driver. It's going to be interesting to see what he does here. We got ATB in P10. We've got Nolander in P11, and just behind him is Mr. Ghost Viper. Oh, we missed Mr. Ghost Viper. Betcher in 13th, and it looks like we got Vegas Paul making a mistake there as he's coming in behind 14th. So here we go. Back into the race lead, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, lap 1 is finally over. That's right, this is just the end of lap 1, ladies and gentlemen. So long track here. So you can tell the drivers are in for the race of their lives here tonight. Making sure we don't have any game sound. There you go, now we have game sound. So Bandit looks like he's battling with LJ here for position. LJ is on the inside. Bandit's doing a good job holding that outside track there, though. He's not giving that position up easily. Ooh, a little bit of contact there between the two. Are they going to get through here? No, LJ tucking in behind. Let these two go battle for position. Second and third place. Two podium places battling here. Drag racing through the S's. Incredible job by those two drivers right there. Wow, look at these guys go. Spec 1 now looking on the outside. LJ getting the job done. Bandit trying to hang in there. He's now trying to hold Spec 1 off. We got Jake in behind trying to chase through as well. Jake's going to split a little bit of contact between Jake and Spec 1. Whoo! Egon just trying to get away from these guys. We got LJ in second place. Bandit holding on to third place for his life right now as he has all kinds of pressure from our leaders in the standings. LJ just in front, a little bit wide there, just going to give you guys a run. No, great recovery there by Bandit. And Spec 1 now trying to chase. So let's jump on board with Spec 1 as he's trying to chase Bandit here. And he is all over that swirly green and blue car here, giving him a little push up the road. Spec 1's going to be looking for a way around here. You can see those two guys starting to pull away, so he is going to be looking for a way around. But Bandit is all over this track tonight, absolutely hugging those apexes, not giving any of these drivers anywhere to go. He has made that RCZ very, very wide here currently, very early on in the race. So doing a great job here as Bandit. And again, parking it just on those apexes. And Spec 1 is working to try and catch up to Bandit here. Bandit's got a little bit of a run off of Spec here. So great job by Bandit Zeke holding off these guys in behind. Now we're DMJ Jake here. And this is Jake. Oh, Bandit gets a little bit wide, so it's going to allow Jake and Spec to get through for sure here. We're going to look behind here. Woohoo! Sparky Boom Man now up into 5th, Badass up into 6th, so Bandit just getting a little bit of a source there into the grass and all losing about 3-4 positions there. So unfortunate for Bandit, back on the road. You can see him just in behind there. So here we go. Got a battle for position here potentially as we have Sparky Boom Man taking a look inside. Jake cutting that line absolutely off. Now remember, Sparky Boom Man and Jake are in the battle for their lives tonight for that championship title. The winner of this race is going to take that championship title here tonight, depending where the next guy underneath him finishes. So, GVG, Jake and Sparky Boom Man are two drivers we absolutely got to keep our eye on here tonight. But with that being said, the battle for third place isn't over here yet. We got LJ making a move for first place, so let's mark that as we just seen him getting around Egon there. So, these guys are absolutely hanging it all out there. They have absolutely putting these cars on the edge tonight, and they are battling for those positions. Everybody wants that win in the finale. Who doesn't want the finale win? And they want the absolute best points game they can get possible here tonight to try and pad the best position they can get in the standings overall. So LJ down the road. Let's go take a look at that replay. LJ in second place there, coming on the outside of the sweeping left-hander. Egon sticking to his line there, and LJ just got a little bit of a better run coming out of that corner, and just getting a little bit of a charge on Egon there. So able to get ahead of him coming out through that chicane, and just tucks in front. So race on by these two drivers. Fantastic job there by LJ. Great move from LJ Super Ninja. So Egon in second place and under pressure here now is Jake and Spec taking a look. Egon going outside. Sparky taking a look. So Egon going from second to 5th place just like that. Woo! Ooh, it is on tonight. Oh boy, here we go. We have a race on our hands, folks. And Egon's like, boys, we are not done with this battle here quite yet. So LJ in first place. You can see him just trying to get away. Spec and Jake now battling in second and third place there. Jake's going to get just ahead. Spec is going to lose out in the drag race. Egon now up into P4 as he's made his way around Sparky. So Sparky dropping down to P5. This is huge for Jake currently right now where he sits on the racetrack. Egon now looking at Spec, and Egon is looking racy here tonight, and he's going to get the job done on Spec. No, Spec's going to out-drag him coming back out of the corner, so Spec getting a great run coming out of exit there, getting back ahead of Egon. So Egon back down into fourth place. Now his job is to try and stay ahead of Sparky and Badass and try to get that position back, but Badass is now closing up to this group. He is the silent assassin here this season. He's been very quiet this season, but he is right there fighting for third place. He needs to beat Spec 1 on the grid here tonight to hold that third place position in the championship. Superman in 7th coming in for his first pit stop. We also see Jake and we see a whole bunch of guys coming in for pit stops here. Got Nolander now moving up into 5th place. Let's go check out our pit stop, shall we? As soon as I can catch up to him. Ghost coming across here in 10th place. So we got Superman first in pit lane. We got Heathen also in pit lane here. Just actually coming out. Vegas Paul, I believe, was also in pit lane. We see GVG Jake in pit lane as well. So different strategies very early on from our drivers here. I have no idea what the strategies are for this race. I haven't actually had a lot of time to spend with the drivers this week on the racetrack. I haven't been seeing what they've been doing in practice. So I am 100% 100% where you guys are at. Everything that's going to happen here tonight is a surprise as well. So I really don't think that a one-stop is feasible. I could be wrong. I think that the two-stop and the three-stop strategies are probably what we're going to see most here if I had to guess. And if I were racing, I'd probably be looking at a two-stop myself, but it depends on the pace of these drivers. And right now the pace is at 2:18.808 by Sparky. So not what I've seen these guys capable of doing here on the racetrack. But LJ in the lead, 2.5 seconds up the road from Spec 1. Spec 1 starting to pull a little gap here, just a little bit over a second ahead of Egon, so he's just breaking that slipstream here currently. We got Egon in third place. He's just holding off Badass here, and I'm not sure what happened to Sparky Boomman here as he's fallen back down to 8th place, so I don't know if there was a mistake or what happened there, but ooh, Badass getting a little bit of squirrely there, kind of trying to get through that chicane. Got it sorted out though, so moved up into 4th place now. In 5th is Nolander, so talk about silent assassins. Nolander who's just week by week, slowly proving that he's got what it takes to be a champion here at DMJ as well. So in 5th place, looking quite healthy here as well. GVG Jake after a pit stop. In 6th, we got Betcher here in P7, and he's in the 4C here this week. We got Sparky all the way down here in P8. Maybe made a mistake, not 100% sure. We got ATB in 9th with Bandit in 10th. Right behind him is Ghost Viper, so we'll see what happens here. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Back to our field here. LJ in first place, only 2.3, so Spec 1 hasn't let him really get any further ahead here. Spec has, however, opened the gap up on Egon slightly by another second and a little bit, so Egon's 9 seconds on Jake, who has Nolander all over him here right now, so Nolander battling Jake for P4 potentially here. We've got Sparky, and we see a yellow flag up ahead of these guys, so which driver has made the mistake? We got LJ, we got Spec on track, we got Egon on track, we're not sure. Ooh-wee, Vegas Paul getting a little bit out of sorts there. He's going to have some dirty tires, he's going to get really wide out of this corner, it's going to allow Betcher to get through nice and easy, and that's exactly what we saw there. So oh boy, Vegas Paul going for a ride through the grass here in Kyoto. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, the grass is not the place you want to be here. It makes you pay. Bandit doing a fantastic job here up at P10 right now currently. Looks like he was just having a battle there. Let's go check that out. Who's he got with him here? Oh, he's got Vegas Paul right there. So Vegas Paul having a little bit of a tough race here very early on, but that's all right. That is all right. We got Ghost Viper here in 13th as well. everybody there. Everybody cruising. So let's jump on with LJ, and let's jump on board with LJ here as he goes a little bit around Kyoto here for one moment. And pit stop for LJ. So what is Spec going to do here as he comes around the racetrack? 2:18.545, so taking fastest lap on track from Sparky Boomman there as well. So Spec opting to stay out a little longer, Egon opting to stay out a little longer as well. We got Jake, who obviously we've seen pit a little earlier on. We got Sparky all the way back up to the P4 here. We've got Nolander in P5, not too far behind Sparky there. We got Badass in P6, and the strategies are really playing a job here. That's why we're seeing the drivers swapping all over the place. These guys aren't making moves at each other. There's pit stops that are swapping these guys around here currently. We got Betcher now into P8. The only 4C on track here this week, so that's interesting to see. We got Heathen here in P9. We got Superman in P10. Bandits in P11. We got ATB in... We keep missing 12th place on the keyboard here. We got ATB in P12. We're going to stick on ATB for a couple extra seconds here, because I keep skipping the poor guy here today. We love you, ATB. We really do. And Vegas Paul he's playing in the grass today. He's playing in the grass. He's helping out the maintenance crew here a little bit today with a little bit of trimming around the grass, but we're in a little bit of a struggle with that Peugeot here today. So he's gonna have to get on the horn with that pit crew it is there, and then they'll get that car dialed in and sorted out for him here. So we're only 13 minutes in. We still have lots of race time left. We have 26 minutes of racing left yet, ladies and gentlemen. So. We have a long ways to go here. No driver is out of the woods yet. This track can bite at any time. All you got to do is make a simple little mistake here at Kyoto, and that simple little mistake can cost you a couple seconds on the racetrack if you got a driver who is chasing you down. So we see that here right now. We got Egon in second place. We got GVG Jake trying to chase him here currently. So let's jump on with Egon here as he's trying to shake Jake. Jake going on the inside, so Egon getting a little bit wide there, and you're going to see Jake get that move done. So Jake is going to grab position here on Egon and move up into P3. So really good job there by Jake. Great move, great patience. Let's go check that out. So you can see Jake here. He's got the run in the slipstream. You can see Egon coming into the corner. He sets up a little bit deep, and Jake just homes that Porsche right in the inside line. Almost made a little bit of contact there. Gathers it up and gets the job done. Porsche just showing a little more torque coming out of the corners here so far tonight in Japan than that Peugeot is. So we've seen a couple of different cases of that early on here tonight with the Porsche versus the Peugeot coming out of corners, and we've seen the Porsche win that battle every time. So far the Porsche is looking like it is the strongest car for the race here this weekend. This evening. Race weekend! Woo! No, I'm kidding. We got Bradley coming in with the share, and Jerry coming in with the share, Joe coming in with the share as well. Much love, appreciate all the support, everybody. We're just making sure we haven't missed any of our shoutouts as always. Brian coming in with the heart on stream as well. We appreciate you, my guy. So Egon here in P3 and looking really strong here tonight. Egon has been very racy here as he's just coming very late into the season. So, but I mean, he was driving last season, looked good all last season, looking good here again this season. So Sparky Boomman now on the hunt though, however. So let's jump on board with Sparky as he chases Egon down here. Again, Egon just losing out in these sweeping corners, so I'm starting to begin to think, without even seeing what the tire condition is right now, I'm starting to think that Egon is on a harder compounded tire than the drivers out in front of him here right now, and that's why he's having a harder time holding these long sweeping corners, and we're seeing the drivers get around him so easily. So, but again, hard tires are required here in the race today, so, and we do check, ladies and gentlemen, so after the race I will review the race and make sure the mandatory tire compound has been used. So you got him still right there. He's on Sparky. Sparky's trying to pull away here. We got Badass in 5th place. Badass just getting home from work, so he's got to settle into the race kind of as he goes here. But he's doing a really good job. He always homes in. He always dials in really early on. So it's just the signs of a really good sim racer. And Badass is most certainly a good sim racer. He's very competitive in everything he races in. He's a very quick guy on the racetrack. He makes good conscious racing decisions, and he's a good representative for the Apex Sim Racing team. So it's always a pleasure to have him and his crew racing here on track every season as well. So huge shout out to Badass. He's having a fantastic race. You can see him trying to hold off LJ Super Ninja here. So you know, these guys are all friends off the racetrack, but I assure you right now, these guys are not friends. These guys, none of these guys are friends here tonight. Everything is on the line for these drivers. No driver is comfortable. Every driver needs the best possible position here tonight. You could lose 1, 2, 3 spots at the snap of a finger here tonight. That is how close these standings are. And LJ is getting around Badass there, so again, that might be just a little bit of a calculated decision by Badass there, maybe realizing LJ's got a little pace right now, and just let him kind of get by there and try to get into that slipstream and let LJ pull him around the racetrack a little bit here. So we might see a little bit of that coming out of Badass here behind LJ. Let's move through our field here. Nolander's still in P7. He's still looking really strong here in the mid-pack. He's got a little bit of a gap between the front pack and the guys in behind here currently. So he's actually in a really good spot right now for the mid part of the race. He's got no pressure from behind. He's got nothing to really distract him up front. He can really just lock in and just really focus on those quick, fast laps. We got Jake now with fastest lap on the racetrack with 2:14.681. That's getting into some quick times here, folks. These guys are really starting to turn it up. They're really starting to put the pressure on each other here. We got Heathen in 8th place. We got Dennis Miller coming in with the like. What is good, my guy? Coming in with the multiple shares too. Much love, my man. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Miller Time Gaming over on Facebook Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Cool dude. You definitely got to check him out. So, Ghost Viper's now moved his way up into P9 here. He's been very quiet this race, but watch out for him. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we just seen ATB getting passed by Superman there. So let's see that set up. Let's see how that happened here. And, ATB actually making the move coming into the hairpin chicane here. And Apex Superman actually responding. Actually, it looked like ATB gave the position back there. It looked like he let off the throttle there. I think maybe that ATB figured that wasn't a fair move when he went into the corners, and he gave the position back to Superman. So fair play to ATB there. Great sportsmanship even in the finale tonight. We love to see it. No matter what the situation is, no matter what the pressure situation is, no matter what's on the line, we're still seeing these guys make those absolute amazing sportsman race etiquette calls on the racetrack, and that's what it's all about. And that just shows a respect for each other as well as competitors, and of course friends off the racetrack. So Betcher coming across now in P11 with Nolander coming into pit lane there. So Nolander there in P12, and you can see a different little, he's got some juicy design action on there for him here tonight. We got Bandit in 13th. We missed a button. We definitely got to give Bandit some love here, man. He started this race off with a fury, and he said at the beginning, before the race started here in the pre-lobbies, that he wasn't going to make it easy for those guys to get by him there at the beginning. And for the first about 2.5, 3 laps there, he most certainly did not make it easy for those guys to get by him. So, you know, he went out and he did what he said he was going to do. And I hope he's having some fun with it. But he's down the road here. He's cruising along. And he's about a minute behind Nolander right now. But for somebody who's missed half the season here, he's getting back in. He's a little cold. And of course, the guys have turned it up a little bit here. He's having a fantastic race for himself today. And Vegas Paul's got the crew looking at that car here in pit lane. So having a little issue with that Peugeot. Of course, we did see him struggling a little bit there. So you're all good, Paul. You're all good. We love you, brother. Appreciate you. No stream tonight, resting kind of, mostly cleaning the house. Well, that's kind of rest, kind of not. I feel you, Miller. I feel you, Mark. I feel you, brother. Dennis, sorry, Mark. I know another guy named Mark Miller, my bad. But GBG Jake is in the lead here now, so obviously we've seen Spec make a pit stop there. We've seen some of these drivers make a pit stop. The other one I don't know if he's made a pit stop yet is Sparky. So Jake making the early pit stop on a different strategy here. We got Sparky here in 2nd place now. We've got LJ up into 3rd place. Badass still in tow. So like I said, Badass probably let LJ get by there, knowing he has a little more pace, maybe fresher tires, and then Badass is just tucking in behind LJ, kind of working together to catch those two guys up front at the same time, but at the same time saving his Sending his car so much. Hey, what is up, Tattooed? How you doing, my dude? Egon here in P5. We've got Spec 1 in P6. We've got Ghost in P7. We've got Heathen in P8. And ATV coming in. Whoa, he went in really deep there. And ATV knows something the rest of these drivers may not know, apparently. Look at him make that corner. We're going to look at that again. What a move by ATV. It looked like, oh, he didn't set up going to pit lane there. So, maybe a little bit of strategy between the two drivers here. But yeah, ATV just coming in and just coming in hot, getting the job done. ATV letting him get by there. Maybe he didn't want to have ATV on the outside of him coming out of that corner exit as he was planning on pitting there. So actually smart decision making there by Heathen as he went into pit lane there. So, I mean, what do you say? But, you know, every one of these drivers makes really good quality decisions out here week in and week out. And it shows every time we do a broadcast here. So, Scott coming in with that like and that share. What is up, my guy? So here we go. Jake in first place, defending champion, current point standings leader, only 2 points ahead of this man right here, Sparky Boom Man, who's sitting in second place, chasing. Woo, that is very close between these two, and they know it. And it's going to be interesting to see what these guys do at the end of the race. Third place LJ Super Ninja up in that top 7 spot here as well, so he's definitely wanting the best spot he can get. Every one of these drivers obviously wanting to win the race here tonight. Busy practicing, forgot about the race. Good luck, all. Hey, what's up, Ian? How you doing, my guy? Badass just behind LJ here, and again we see Badass make a calculated decision there, and he's still right there. So LJ just kind of pulling Badass along right now, helping Badass save them tires and them fuels. Spec 1 in P5 here, so. Jake and Sparky and Badass all going into pit lane. Let's see if Spec follows suit here, or he's going to stay out a little longer. He's going to stay out. Alright, so let's go on board with Ghost here. Ghost is going into pit lane. ATV and Egon in 7th and 8th place here. It's starting to close up on each other a little bit. Egon getting a good run on that inside corner there. And is ATV pitting? Yes, Egon staying out. So we're seeing the majority of our drivers pitting here right now. Nolander is staying out. Obviously, we see Nolander just pit recently. Betcher's going to come in and make a pit stop here as well. So half the field on a round of pit stops here very early on. Oh, I see now, Tattooed. Yeah, it's the filter. Sorry, brother. My bad, my bad. Anthony coming in with that thumbs up as well. We've had to turn our YouTube filters up to try and keep the spam out, so unfortunately it's a little tough to chat sometimes on the YouTube side of things, depending on what you're trying to say. I'm fantastic, Scott. How are you doing, man? Hope everybody is well. How's the hearing life, my guy? How's the hearing life? Hopefully you're not too what's the word I'm looking for here? Overstimulated. I hope you're absolutely loving everything that's happening around you right now, my guy. You deserve it. So LJ in the lead. Let's get through the field here. Jake coming out in second place. Computer keeps doing funny things. Okay. Sparky in third place. Spec now up into P4, of course, round of pit stops happening. Apex simracing's Badass coming out in 5th place. Egon in 6th, just behind. Nolander's now in P7. We've got Ghost in P8. So very slowly but surely, Ghost has been making his way up the field here today. We got ATV now up into P9. Superman is holding strong here in P10. Heathen chasing in P11. We've got Betcher in 12th place. We've got Bandit in 13th place. And Vegas Paul against having a emergency to deal with, so having to put the car in pit lane. Hopefully all is well. Great race. It is a great race, absolutely. But LJ is 14.2 seconds up the road currently. We still got 23 minutes remaining, so lots of racing left here yet, folks. Jake here in P2. He is chasing. Let's see what he's got. He's purple currently right now, trying to improve his already fastest lap on the racetrack, but he knows that's going to be that's definitely going to be up for competition here tonight before the end of this race. Again, very important 2 points on the line there for the fastest lap. So each one of these drivers definitely looking for those points. We got Spec 1 here in P4, and he is chasing. Badass just behind in P5, starting to close up. And then we got a little bit of separation. 12 seconds between Egon and the front pack here. And then Egon's kind of in that position in no man's land right now. So again, in a good spot where you can really just lock it in and start putting down some laps and focus on catching that pack ahead of you. So let's see what Egon's got here. A drafting buddy always helps, so we'll see if Nolander can catch up here. Nolander's about 8 seconds behind here, so let's see what Nolander's got. We got Ghost Viper chasing Nolander here with ATB chasing Ghost. ATB's been having a great final half of the season here, really moving up his rankings in standings. So Superman's been looking great here in the last half of the season. All the drivers have been looking good all in the last half of the season. We're definitely seeing pace improvement on these drivers, and just they're absolutely just enjoying the series. You can tell when they're on track. They're just having a blast out there. We got Bandit here, and he's cruising. He's cruising. He's working hard. So let's jump on board with our current race leader right now, who's LJ. He's coming into pit lane, so we'll wait for Jakey. Jerry coming in with the follow. Much love, my guy. We appreciate you coming in with the big time support here. Welcome to the winner's circle, my guy. Welcome to the family. Don't be shy, and hope you enjoy lots more content like this coming in the future. Appreciate you. GBG in first place, so we're going to do the onboard with our current championship standings leader coming into tonight's race, trying to lock down back-to-back championship titles here tonight. GBG Jake, and I'm just going to let you enjoy this lap, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic lap by our current race leader, GBG Jake from Apex Sim Racing, ladies and gentlemen. So, showing why he's A, Season 1 champion, and 2, on top of the standings board. That was a beautiful lap around Yamagawa and Miyabi, Kyoto full course here. And he's flying here, but he's having a hard time losing Sparky. He's been trying to just keep that gap, but Sparky's just nibbling. Sparky is nibbling away at that. So, from Sparky to Badass, who's now currently sitting in third place here, he's about 7 seconds. So The front two guys are a little bit cozy up there, but not overly cozy. One mistake, a spin, or getting wide in the corner is going to allow these guys to completely close that gap right back up. We got LJ here in 4th place, and he's about 3.3 seconds behind Badass, so not too far away there. You can just see him. Egon in 5th place. He has a little bit of a gap from that front pack. See him get a little bit of wall there. But again, in a decent spot with Spec about 5 seconds behind chasing. So Spec 1 here sitting in 6th place. Again, trying to close that gap on Egon. So the pit strategies have kind of broken these guys up a little bit here midway through the race. Not that surprised. That's usually the way it works in these endurance races. You see the first 15-20 minutes are really good, hard racing action. The guys settle into their paces, they settle into their positions, and then they kind of start to think about the finish of the race. So they settle down, they just run their mid-race, and then the job is in the final stint to accomplish the mission, accomplish the goal, get the race win. So that's where the drivers are at right now. They're at that midpoint in the race. They're just settled into the race here. They just don't want to make that mistake. They don't want to cost any invaluable time in their race here. And they're thinking about that next pit stop. When's it going to be? What am I going to do? Am I going to take tires? Am I going to take, how much fuel am I going to take? When should I pit? Should I pit when the leader pits? Should I try to pit early? Should I try to pit late? But we do have blue flag situation, so we got the leader now. They're catching up to Bandit here. You see him really parking it on that apex there. Oh, he doesn't see Jake there. I think he realized that Jake was there. Oh, pit lane. Okay, perfect. So Bennett was just trying to go for pit lane there, so great awareness there by Jake as he went around the other side. And race on. So Bennett coming in for a pit stop here. Potentially his final stop in the race by the looks of it, with only 17 minutes remaining. Let's go. Apex says Tattooed Freak over on the YouTube. Yo! Rooting for Nolander says Brandon. Hey, look at that. Look at all that. We got so many different fans. We love it. That is what we love. Jake is cruising though, but that 3.6, it was 3.8, it was 3.7, now it's 3.6. Sparky Boom Man ever so slightly just nibbling away at that gap. Badass in 3rd place. He's just constant right now, but you can see him behind. LJ Super Ninja is starting to close in just slightly here. It's now 1.8 seconds from 3.3, so LJ starting to close in. Potential battle coming up from P3 here in the next couple laps. Egon in 5th place, again, in a good spot. He's coming up on Bandit here now. Bandit's in a tough spot right now. He's just trying to get around the racetrack as quickly as he can, and he's got all these lead cars coming up on him here, so it's tough for him to navigate corner by corner. He's got to make that quick decision when the decision counts. So far, it looks like everybody's been getting through good and safe and sound, though, so... really wide in the hairpin there, but yeah, he carried some pretty good speed coming to that hairpin there, and you can see that it's clearly that he's not off pace of these guys. He's just somewhere along the way made a couple of mistakes that have cost him that valuable time on track, and that's really all it is here. Is he's doing a pretty good job of staying ahead of these guys here. Spec and Egon not necessarily battling, but it's going to be happening here pretty soon the longer these guys wait to get around here, so... See, Spec's only kind of half bump drafting there. He's trying to keep some clean air into the front end of his Porsche there, so when he comes into under braking, it doesn't absolutely hurt his car. There we go. So we got Spec and Egon now getting around Bandit there. They finally caught up to him, and he subsided the corner to him. He did a fantastic job here by Bandit Zeke here on track. The battle is commencing here between Egon and Spec now. Spec getting a little bit wider on that corner, but it's going to give him the inside line. Oh, he was unable to stay side by side there on Egon, so Egon getting a good run, but Spec's getting nibbled inside. Little cutback coming here. Can he get the run on Egon? Egon's got the inside here, so Spec's going to have to, again, just look for that cutback. You see him go a little bit wide there, so he's thinking about it. Ooh, he got a little bit sideways there, but he did a great job. Kept it together. He's got the run. Side by side coming around the final corner here. Egon, get a little too much curve there. Low. Did he keep it? Did he keep it? Egon does manage to keep the car underneath him. Really great job there by Egon and Spec. Great battling by these two drivers here. What a great battle right there. Egon doing a fantastic job saving that race car. Let's go take another look at that. Ooh-wee, just a little too much curve and unsettled that race car. Almost spun him around there, but he did a really good job of keeping it together, not losing a whole lot of time there. So really great job by Egon there. Under some extreme pressure by Spec 1. Just got a little too much curve, but Whoo, doggy. That was good. That was good. Good driving by the two racers there, and that's what we like to see here on the track. We got some skilled drivers here in the series, and they show it. They're showing it here tonight. They're putting it all out there, and you can see it. They're taking every millimeter of racetrack, and then a little bit more, if it allows them to. So, Sparky here trying to chase 3.2, so he's nibbling away ever so slightly at Jake up in the lead here. Badass is in P3, so he's in a good position here. LJ's starting to put some pressure in that slipstream now, so let's jump on with LJ as he's chasing, on board with Badass as he's being chased by LJ. So LJ's just caught up to Badass within the last little bit of the lap here, so the question is LJ going to settle in and just sit behind Badass like Badass was doing with him earlier on in the race and maybe try to close that gap up on Sparky and Jake up in front, or are these two just going to battle it out for that P3 spot and see where the dust settles when the pit stops all settle out. Not saying that any of the drivers up in front are going to stop again. I have no idea what these guys are going to stop, what their strategies are here tonight, but we will definitely turn the information on for you guys shortly so you guys can see where these drivers are at as far as tires, fuel, and their situation goes. Badass coming into pit lane here, so there we go. Just as I say, these guys are gonna, some of these guys may have a round of pit stops happening here. So with 12 minutes remaining, we see Sparky and Badass both coming into pit lane here. LJ staying out, Jake staying out, Spec staying out. Egon is coming in, so he's going to come in behind Badass. Where is Ghost here? Ghost is just coming around right now. No, Ghost is going to stay out, so Ghost may grab a spot here. He isn't going to jump ahead of Badass. Looks like Badass is going to get out ahead here, and he does. Badass gets out about 8 seconds ahead, so Egon is going to lose that position to Ghost, however. We got Nolander now coming around here as well. We'll see if Nolander can grab the spot on Egon here. We know Nolander was very excited about the series this season. He's a very, very big fan of that Porsche. He drives it very well. So this has been a very well-suited series for Nolander. And he showed his skill in that car this season. Currently sitting in 7th place overall in the standings. So having a great season is Nolander. He's not going to get ahead of Egon there. It's about the same thing. About 9 seconds out behind Egon once all the dust settles there. We got ATV in 9th place. Well, 7.8 seconds behind Nolander. So now, what do we expect to see for the remainder of the race here? Well, it's pretty simple, winners. This is what we're going to see. We're going to see these guys push. We're going to see some of these guys close each other up, and we're going to see some battles before the end of this race. Becker coming out of pit lane here. Heathen coming out of pit lane here. Bandit made a pit stop just a little bit earlier there, and of course Vegas Paul having to retire from the race. So, moving up the road here, we got Jake in first place. Unsure if Jake's pitting. He's got 14.1 second gap. It's not enough to take a full pit stop, but he might not be planning on taking a full pit stop. He might not be planning on stopping at all. We'll just have to wait to find out, but we're definitely getting close. So there we go. Jake is pitting right now. So LJ is probably also going to pit if I had to guess. Judging by the way the car looks like it's been handling on the racetrack, that's correct. So we've seen Sparky go for the undercut last lap. Is it going to pay dividends here for him? Here we go. Sparky's coming up the start-finish line right now. It's got him marked ahead. No, Jake is going to come out ahead of Sparky. Huge for GVG Jake to come out ahead of Sparky here. So GVG Jake coming out about 2 seconds ahead of Sparky Boomman. Now Sparky's made his stop, so that was very big for Jake. Spec 1 in P3, so Spec 1 now right there as well. LJ in coming out in P4, Badass now in P5. Ghost in P6. Starting ever so slowly, he's been working his way up the field tonight. Egon in P7. We've got Nolander in P8. We've got ATV in P9. We've got Superman in 10th place. Having a fantastic race here again tonight, Superman. Betcher here in 11th place. We got Heathen in P12. We got Bandit in 13th. And again, Vegas Paul having issues with that race car. Crew's working on it. But back to our current race leader. 2.4 seconds and slowly opening the gap up. So The question is Jake not been showing all his cards this race? Does he have more in the tank as far as pace goes? Same question goes towards Sparky. Are they just saving everything they've got for the last final run here? We got 10 minutes to go. Let's go, Jake. He says the tattooed freak. Nolander loves his battles. Hey, Nolander has the best racing mentally I've come across in a while. A good pace, getting quicker too. Facts, facts. Absolutely, Ian. Well said, my guy. We're definitely getting into it here. I mean, this is not going to be over. Let's turn on the juicy. Let's turn on the juicy. All right. So again, with our leader Jake here, 2.5 seconds. You can see Sparky just coming into the background in the picture there, the TV camera crew. When Jake came into that corner, so he's right there. Sparky, boom, man. Trying to chase Jake down. Jake is gaining time on Sparky here every corner right now, though. Sparky's got his work cut out for him. Got Spec 1 in third place with LJ chasing. Pardon me. Excuse me. My apologies. LJ, teammate of Spec 1 here, chasing as well. Just inside that slipstream. Spec 1 doing everything he can to hold down third place here. Pretty important position for him right now currently with where 5th place driver Badass is sitting, and just behind these two drivers, just 4.3 seconds. So it's shaping up to be a good race finish here. We got Ghost Viper behind him. Now Ghost Viper's in that position where he just needs to really lock it in and push. We got Egon in P7 in behind here as well. Again, Mr. Consistent. He's always 6th, 7th, 8th. He is always in that spot. He is when he breaks out. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Nolander here in P8 chasing. ATB again in 9th place. He's had a great final half of the season here as well. And Superman in 10th place, and he's finishing really strong this season. Really, in my opinion, when I think about most improved drivers, this guy is definitely on my short list. This guy, I've seen huge improvement from this season. I'm super proud of him, and fantastic to see he's having a good finale here this week. So we love to see it. Betcher here in P11 as well. He's been finding his rhythm here back again. We've got Needed in 12th. We see Superman actually taking a pit stop, just as we say there. We got Bandit here in 13th, and it looks like the crew's got the car working again here. So I think as Paul's got that Peugeot back out on track. They just haven't been able to get that car locked in for poor Vegas Paul here today, but that's alright. He's back out. After a long mechanical issue there, they seem to have got it sorted, so appreciate all the bless you. Thank you, everybody. Didn't have time to turn the mic off for that one. Oh, there we go. We got Vegas Paul there. There's a little spin out there as I've seen just in the background, so Jake's getting around nice and safe and sound. Sparky's through. LJ's through. So LJ has gotten around Spec 1. I doubt we can catch that. I think we're too late, but let's go take a look. Yeah, we missed it. We're a little too late there. So LJ moving up into 3rd place here. Spec 1 now down into P4. Badass right behind in P5. So huge implications are starting to begin here. Ghost Viper in P6. Egon, woo, catching a little bit of curb there. Keeping it underneath of him again. Egon flirt with those curbs, and we're making him pay the price here a little bit tonight. And the worst of that is it's not necessarily a good save, great save, but that's so hard on the tires as well. As these guys are just absolutely pushing here. And Nolan, you can see, he's definitely pushing here as well in 8th place. ATB at 9th. Betcher in the 4C in 10th place here. So obviously they'll wait to take that 4C right to the end of the season. So he'll be looking to cash in some points. Bandit doing a great job here in 13th place as well. And he's got Nolander coming down on him here now. So Nolander getting a really good run there. Job done on the outside. So great job by those two drivers to navigate that. Nolander found the fast way around, and Bandit's going to come back into pit lane there. So making a final pit stop, maybe needing some fuel there. Really unfortunate with just 4.5 minutes remaining, but sometimes that's the way it is. You make a little bit of a miscalculation, and it forces you into an early pit stop. Oh, here, let's get rid of that so you guys can see that better. My apologies. There you go. We'll go through here. So, Jake, 4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes remaining. 1.5, 2 laps left. That's it. Season's over after this, folks. It's sad, isn't it? I know. I'll be a little sad, but that's all right. Stay tuned because we have something else coming in the off season for you guys to hang out and enjoy us with. So definitely more to come from DMJ as well, ladies and gentlemen. So it doesn't end here. It's just a little bit of a break for the drivers. Spec 1 in 4th place, 3 seconds ahead of Badass. So Badass is closing in on Spec slowly but surely. He's nibbling away. Jake opening up the gap on Sparky. Jake's doing what Jake needs to do right now to keep this championship in his hands. And he's holding fastest lap on track. So right now Jake's sitting in a really good position. Sparky sitting in 2nd place, trying to catch the man right now. LJ in 3rd place, so he's having a really quick race here today. He's really locked in here tonight, and he's no stranger to the podium here in the series either this season, as he's found his way on there a couple of times this season as well. And he's also, I believe, got a race win early on in the season, LJ does, so definitely a competitor. You drive your race, Jakey. Hey, facts, tattoo, facts, brother. 5th place is Badass, and he's dripping away. He's starting to eat away at Spec 1 here. So, and Badass needs that position. So, if Badass finishes exactly 1 spot ahead of Spec 1 in the race, it's going to tie those two for 3rd place overall, and then it's going to come down to a tiebreaker. And I'm not even sure how they decide that tiebreaker, ladies and gentlemen. So it'll be a surprise for everybody when DMJ makes that official final announcement. So GBD Jake in the lead, 4.6 seconds, 2 minutes remaining. He's going to get 1 more lap for sure. I think there's going to be about the top 4, maybe 5 drivers are going to get a final lap here. I think the rest will probably finish at the end of this lap, but I think the top 4 or 5 are going to get through here for another lap. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. They're getting around the final sector of this very long race, the final sectors of this fairly lengthy racetrack here now. So Spec 1's losing time to LJ in front and to Badass in behind. So Spec is about to be in a fight for his life with Apex Racing's Badass here. Oh boy, here we go. Apex Sim Racing, ladies and gentlemen, my apologies. Egon here in 6th place. We got Ghost now in 7th. Nolander in 8th place, holding very strong. ATB behind in 9th. Betcher now in 10th, but it looks like Superman is just in the distance chasing here. So 2.8 seconds up the road. Potential battle there as well for position before the end of this race yet. Even in 12th place. Bandits in 13th. Vegas here in 14th. So we're just kind of watching our radar maps here. We got a couple of guys closing up. We're going to be going over into this battle for 3rd place here shortly. Okay, so Jake is going to get another lap here. Final lap for our defending champion, Sparky Boomman. Final lap. LJ Super Ninja also going to get final lap here. 40 seconds left on the clock by the time he passes. And here we go, Spec 1 and Badass. Badass is in striking distance. You see Spec 1 now trying to bounce over and break that toe. He doesn't want to give any slipstream away to Badass here. So here we go. The battle is heating up for 3rd and 4th place. This is definitely where this battle is going to be by the end of this race here. We are going to stick with it. Let's just continue going through our field. We don't want to miss our drivers finishing here tonight. Long racetrack. We got lots of time to see what's going on there. Will next season be mirroring the UK one? That's the idea, Pete. We'll see how it all breaks down here. Let's go. Badass is tattooed. Anthony coming in with that share as well. Pete Jones coming in with the thumbs up. Egon, I think, is just going to get across that finish line. Woo! Final lap for Egon. So Ghost Viper will be our first driver here to finish tonight in 7th place. So congratulations to Ghost for a 7th place finish. Nolander just behind here in 8th. Great job by Nolander. ATB now coming around that final quarter. He's going to finish off strong in 9th place here in round 10 tonight. Congratulations to ATB as well. Where's our 10th place and 11th place driver, Betcher and Superman here now. Vegas Paul coming around here for a 14th place finish as well. We got Betcher coming around, will be a 10th place finish for Betcher. Superman very close behind here in 11th place. Is mixed in with the leaders up front here, so we'll catch him when he comes around. Bandit in 13th, so let's get back up front. GVG Jake, 4.5 seconds. All he's got to do is bring it home. Sparky, same thing. Just got to bring it home here now. LJ in 3rd place, so looking to steal a podium here from the guys chasing for those top 3 spots tonight. So great job by LJ as he's coming here in 3rd. And here we go. Battle for 4th and 5th place between Badass and Spec 1. We knew this battle was coming. Here we go. Badass has got himself in the inside position going around the corner. He's forcing Spec on the outside. Congratulations to our champion, to our winner here, GG Jake coming around. Sparky in 2nd. LJ's coming around here in 3rd. We're going to try and catch it. I apologize to Jake and Sparky. We got such an incredible battle happening between Spec 1 and Badass here. So, huge implications. Let's get back to that battle. Congratulations, LJ, on that 3rd place. Spec 1 and Badass drag race to the finish line for 4th and 5th place. Who's going to get it? Oh, Badass steals it from Spec 1 right at the end of the race. Badass wins the drag race. Badass finishes 1 spot ahead of Spec 1. Spec 1 and Badass tie for 3rd place overall on the season, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely incredible. What a race finish by those 2 drivers. And let's go to our boy Egon here, as he's going to be our last one to finish up today. I am sweating from that. Every race these guys never disappoint with a finish like this. My goodness, folks. Wow. Incredible battle between Badass and Spec 1. Great job by those 2 drivers. Egon coming around 6th place finish. Massive, 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 massive congratulations to the whole field here tonight. What an incredible race. That was quick. But, ladies and gentlemen, fastest lap and the race win does belong to GVG Jake, and he is happy right now. He is the man who's got the biggest smile on his face. GVG Jake with the win and the fastest lap. Of course, unofficially, ladies and gentlemen, but pretty much officially, is the defending champion. He's defended his Season 1 crown. He's going to come home with another championship title here in Season 2 at DMJ. It's unofficial, of course, until all the official race results are posted. The drivers have 24 hours to file any reports from what we've seen on the racetrack. I don't think that's going to be the case here, but we'll give them their time. That is the process, ladies and gentlemen. From there, we're going to send the standings away to our amazing officials and staff, stewards, over there behind the scenes over at DMJ VROOM. They're going to do what they do best, and watch out for a post coming by the end of the week to give you guys the official breakdown of our championship standings here at DMJ Choose Your Weapon North America. What a race. Wow. What a race. Wow. So, the guys are doing something here. I think we'll go check on it in a second. What I need to do is make sure a couple of important things are done here. The replay is saved, of course. And we're going to go look at the race results. So, unofficially, ladies and gentlemen, GVG Jake finishing 1st in the race should put him 1st overall for the championship series. Sparky Boomman finishing 2nd place. We'll lock down a 2nd place finish for him in the championship standings as well. So congratulations to Sparky Boomman as well. LJ Super Ninja coming in and taking a 3rd place finish here for himself as well, boosting his points total. So it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up in the standings here after that's said and done. Badass with the absolutely photo finish at the start-finish line between him and 5th place driver Spec 1. Just edging him out, getting those super important 2 points he needed to tie Spec 1 for that 3rd place overall in the standings. So 5th place Spec 1 here. These 2 are going into the end of the season tied 3rd overall. Wow. Wow. Did not expect that. Egon with a solid 6th place finish. Ghost Viper coming in strong this week with 7th place finish. He's going to be happy with that result. That should lock in his top 7th position. Nolander with an 8th place finish. He needed to finish ahead of ATB and he got the job done. But Bar 27 missed the race here too today. So there's a chance for guys to move up a little bit the ladder here as well. Of course, a real life thing happened. He's okay. Everything's all well. He just wasn't able to make the race, unfortunately, this evening. Betcher rounding out our field here tonight in top 10. Going to be good for his points total. Superman just missing out that top 10 with a P11 finish, but I bet you he's going to be happy with that. He had a good race. He's in 12th place here. We got Bandit in 13th place, having a good race too. And Vegas Paul coming out, just getting that car out to finish up here at the end of the race. The mechanics got it sorted out. And there we have it. There's our top 14 in our finale here tonight, folks. And woo, what an incredible race it was. So let's get over here for a second. And we got some donuts here by LJ. Alright, so what the plan was here, we'll see if these guys are, I think they're working on it right now, I could be wrong. They're probably debriefing in the chat right now, that's why we're hesitating going into podium interviews here tonight. We're just letting the guys decompress a little bit. A lot was on the line tonight, there was a lot of pressure on all these drivers tonight, so we're just going to give them their time here for a few minutes, let them laugh, giggle, whatever they got to do, breathe, shed a tear maybe, whatever the case is. Just soak it in, soak in the moment, soak in the season. It's a lot to take in, and well, you can see LJ's having some fun. He's pretty happy, so we love to see it. There we go. We got our first place finisher coming out now. He's taking a moment with his team, and he's got that car back out. He's like, "Hey boy, you ain't celebrating without me." And there we go, Sparky Boom Man coming out to celebrate here now as well. So. Great job by our podium finishers here tonight. Great donuts here as well. Love the donuts. Alright, so something a little bit different here for you guys. The cars are ghosted. I know it kind of not quite as fun, but we're doing some stuff here. Alright, so we're going to move over to the podium interview screen, ladies and gentlemen. So we hit a button here, and voila, we are there. We're going to shut some audio off for a second, just to make sure. And we're going to go pop over into that chat. Let's go have a little listen, see what our drivers are saying. It's very cool. Oh. They're decompressing, so we'll just give them a minute here. What a great race, chat. Hi, great race and great championship. Hopefully be there in season 3. Love to have you, Brandon. Love to have you, my guy. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just letting you guys hash it out here for a second. We're just, wowing over the great race finish there. Great job, everybody. First of all, and for foremost, obviously, on behalf of myself and the page, absolutely bang up job this season by every single one of you guys on the track, and not only on the racetrack but off the racetrack. I appreciate to see the community vibe and the family vibe you guys bring into the Discord every season. It gets the Discord buzzing, and absolutely great season this season, guys. Really appreciate it. So first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk to our podium finishers real quick about the race at hand here, and then we're going to talk to everybody a little bit here, and just talk to them about how they felt about the series and some of the great moments and stuff like that as well. So we're going to go, of course, start with LJ Super Ninja, who coming in today with a 3rd place finish, looking fantastic out there, and doing some good donuts on the start-finish line there too for the fans. They're enjoying that. So, congratulations, great race, and walk us through it today, LJ. What were you thinking coming in tonight? What was your plan, and do you think you accomplished what you're looking for today?
I definitely accomplished what I was looking for. I was hoping for a 5 or 5th place or 4th place, but man, do I miss my 3rd place podiums. But at the start, I got really good on passing the people in front of us since it's a reverse grid on points. I got right out front, just that clean air to make a big gap. I feel really gutted for Spec, because if he didn't do that one-stop strategy, I probably wouldn't be on podium today. But since I am just more than happy. This is way above my goal that I was planning on today. I came in empty, didn't have a strategy. I always do my classic ask Jake for a strategy. It worked. Kind of modified it for me a bit. I'm not really good on tires, but I can save fuel now. So I'm getting there.
Absolutely, and I know you're no stranger to the podium. We've seen you win a race this season. We've seen you on the podium earlier on in the season, so obviously feeling pretty good. And of course, finale night. Every driver wants to get on the steps on finale night. It's just the way it is. It's just something we shoot for as race car drivers. And of course, securing yourself some really good points for those final standings. So definitely securing that top 7 spots. And I know I'm sure that you're looking forward to that as well. Where the Battle of the Pond is commencing, and when we do not know yet, ladies and gentlemen. You have to stay tuned for those announcements as well, but they'll be coming soon. So congratulations on that. Of course, earning that spot. Of course, if you opt to take that position, and we've seen so many different strategies out there. The reverse grid through a lot of maybe strategy changing right at the beginning of the race, perhaps. Did you stick to the strategy you came in with originally, or did you have to adjust it slightly on the fly?
I adjusted it slightly, just thinking, because I was planning on 22 laps, but then noticing my pace starting to like picking up, it was going to be 23, so I just did a few more laps on my hards to save my softs from dying, because they fell off really quick.
Yeah, 10-4. And shoutouts, of course.
Oh, a massive thank you to you and DMJ, and of course these drivers. These drivers are another thing. It's not like any other community out here on Gran Turismo. It's you can call them a family. We really care about each other on and really off track too. So it's a big thanks to these guys. Wouldn't be here without them.
Absolutely. And thank you for being a part of the series and season 3 entry. Yes, no.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. I'm definitely coming back.
Beautiful.
And for Battle of the Ponds, not to float my boat, but I won both races last season, so we're gonna shoot for that this season.
Oh, there we go. Shots fired already. That is what we love to hear. We have definitely got some spirited competition here. Of course, with our North American division and our UK division, it's going to be an absolutely bang up race here for the All-Star race at the end of the season here as well. So we can't wait for that. I know we're excited about it over here. So. Congratulations, man! Great race finish and great season finish for you as well. You missed the first 2 races I think of the season, so pretty solid run here for you this season.
Yeah.
All right, so we are gonna jump to second place here. We're gonna try and keep these a little bit shorter, just so we can talk to as many people as we can. Obviously, Sparky Boom, man. Great race, man. I'm sure it's probably not exactly what you're looking for today. Obviously, you were coming in behind Jake, 2 points behind, needing to get ahead of him in no matter whether it was to win or whether it was 10th over 11th place. You needed that 2-point spread on him, and then of course you locked down that fastest lap here tonight on you. So I'm sure it's not the exact result you're looking for, but still second place finish here in the race tonight, and of course second place overall in the championship standings here for you in season 2. And talk us through it, man. How you feeling?
And I'm completely content with the way that this season turned out. I mean, I have to, just realize that last season I think I finished 4th or 5th, wasn't even on the podium. So stepping up in the rankings and coming in second is a good outcome for me. The race went pretty close to what I thought it was going to go like. I had a feeling that Jake would go in early, and so I thought, if I'm not going to be able to out strategy in this race, it's just the track is and the setup was not, conducive of a good strategy. It was just get off the hards as quick as you can and run softs. So I just, exactly what Badass said, I just followed him into the pits, and I just, tried to see if there was any errors that he would make. And yeah, I don't think he made a single large error the entire race. I mean, even when we were coming out of the pits, he'd come out and he'd just get beautiful, clean air, and I'd come out right behind people. It's just like that race was meant for Jake to win, and sometimes you settle with second, and you got to be content with the results, and I'll just roll with it. I mean, I had 2 in mind, but both of them was essentially just to get off the hards as soon as possible. And I even messaged you before the race just to make sure I had the pit lane timing down correctly, and it's a good thing I did, because if I had have done what I thought I could do, I would have got a penalty. So it's a good thing I messaged you. But yeah, really, the only other strategy I was thinking of doing was starting on softs. But just the way the first half of this track is sort of laid out, it would have been a waste of the time that you're setting on the softs to start on them. I think your first few laps wouldn't have had good deltas. So I thought, okay, I'll stay on the hards, and then to top that off, I sort of went in spectator mode and saw that almost everybody was on hards. So I thought, okay, I'll stay on hards. I know Jake is going to get around me in the first few corners, and I'll just try and follow him. And that's essentially what happened. I just tried to follow, and yeah, I made a few mistakes here and there, but for the most part, just stuck to the strategy. At the end, I tried to go for an undercut, and I think I did get a few seconds out of it. But then I ended up overfueling. I had an extra 1.5 laps left at the end of the race. I thought there might have been an extra lap. It was kind of a coin toss for me if it was going to happen. So maybe it would have been closer, but he was setting low 14s with worn tires, and I was setting low 15s. So basically every lap he was pulling away around a quarter of a second. The only time I caught up to within 2 seconds, and he probably just said, "Oh, fuck it," and just drove away and started putting the gas down. So, yeah, just based on pace, there's no way I was catching him on this track. It's just not going to happen.
Fair enough, fair enough. And he did. He looked very good out there tonight. He looked very strong. He looked like he had a fire in his belly and a plan, and he stuck to it, and it worked out for him. But nonetheless, P2 finish, great finale race for you, great finish to the season, and shout-outs? Anybody you want to say hi to or anything like that?
Well, I'll just give the traditional shout-outs. Like, as always, big shout-out to you for putting this entire thing together. I know DMJ is the sponsor, but you're really the guy behind everything that's going on here, organizing the lobbies, getting us online, doing the broadcasts. Like, it's immense what you're doing, so I appreciate you going ahead and doing that. And then, of course, thanks for the sponsors. Creating a league like this is a good idea, and putting together the combos. I think most of the cars were relatively well balanced and, created different strategies, and yeah, I'm going to miss it.
Awesome. And of course, same question we're going to ask you. Season 3 coming up, returnee or not?
I think this is my last season.
All right. Well, we'll see what Sparky Boomman has in the future of DMJ here as we move forward. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. Nonetheless, congratulations, man. Really great racing from you, and yeah, we just love to see it. So, fast guy, Sparky Boomman, ladies and gentlemen, and huge racing finish for him. So, congratulations, mate. I'm thrilled for you. You came in, you definitely made a name for yourself, and people are definitely going to know who Sparky Boomman is out in the racing world in the future. So, great job.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers.
All right, and you think we're going to go to Jake, but we're not going to go to Jake quite just yet. We're going to get to a couple guys that probably got to bounce right away. Is Spec 1 still in the chat? A quick little chat with Spec. I just want to say congratulations. Great job tonight. Tough race at the end there. Great battle at the start-finish line. How you feeling?
He left.
He left? Okay, yeah, Spec was getting late, so I wasn't sure if he was going to stick around or not. We'll talk to Badass about it, since Badass was the other driver in that amazing battle right to the start-finish line at the end of the race there. Obviously, you knew coming into this race that you needed those 2 points ahead of Spec to at least force a tiebreaker into P3. You did that. Did you expect it to happen in that kind of fashion?
No, not at all. So on the start straight there, or finish straight, he did let off because coming into that little chicane there, he hit me off the track a tiny little bit, and just being the amazing person that he is, he slowed up and let me pass. This is the second time this season that he has let me pass. Last time because he knew he had a tire. I had a tire advantage, and he let me pass. And I'm telling you, this man is absolutely legendary. Yeah, I can't say enough about him and the racing that we had this season. It was amazing again, like last season.
Absolutely. And we'll let of course we'll have to let the officials or DMJ sort out the tiebreaker. How you feeling about that going into the tiebreaker? Spec 1 does have 3 wins on the race season, so if it does come down to race wins, he is gonna close that up. But I don't even know how they actually tie break it. I don't know if the situations arose yet. So how you feeling about that?
That's completely fine with me, man. I wouldn't even be in content. We wouldn't even be talking about this tonight had he known it was a 50-minute race opposed to a 40-minute race. His strategy would have changed, and I wouldn't even have been close. So I'm completely okay with him taking it. He had three or four wins in a row. That was just unbelievable.
He was on a tear there in the mid-season for sure.
I would definitely bow to him taking third, because the racing that man has done this season was fantastic.
Well, I definitely want to take a minute to thank you, and I believe Tattooed Freak is also in the chat here, of course, driver from last season. Badass and Tattooed Freak are representatives of the Apex Sim Racing team. As you guys can see, week in and week out, they have quite a few representatives from their team in the series. So I would just like to take a minute to thank you guys for having your team and having your drivers be in the series. They're absolutely top level. They're absolutely top shelf when it comes to etiquette, respect, and sportsmanship. And your organization and your team and your racing members are welcome anytime, any season. And I just want to say thank you to you guys, because what you're doing over there is incredible. So keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, go ahead, Tattoo.
Yeah, I just want to throw something in on there.
Oh, I think we're cutting in a little bit.
He is on his cell phone, so he may be kind of
I'm glad I got to be a spectator.
Okay.
Absolutely glad I got to be a. I don't know if you guys still got me or what.
Yep.
All right. Well, I want to give shout out every one of those drivers that participated in that season tonight, or this last season. Fantastic job, you guys. Every one of you put it all out on the track and drove respectfully and whatnot. And I have the utmost respect for all of you. And then to my Apex guys, I want to congratulate everybody. Every one of you made me proud. Every one of you did such a great job this season, and I'm 100% happy that you guys are all representing the Apex crew.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Tattoo. We do appreciate that, and again, great organization you guys have rolling over there. So we can't wait to see your team and your racers back, hopefully for another season, come season 3.
And I just got one more thing to say.
Of course.
I did give Spec all the props there, but every other driver on the track, you guys should all give yourselves a hand. You guys done great this season. It was a pleasure being on the track with all of you. I loved it. And now if we could get this on GT7, we could all race again soon.
Absolutely. And of course, some of the drivers are very anxiously and patiently awaiting GT7 series coming. Who knows what's coming next, ladies and gentlemen? Who knows what's coming next? We'll have to stay tuned to find that out, of course. But great job again this season, Badass. Great battle with Spec there, and we may or may not see you in season 3, depending on where it all ends up.
The platform.
Yep, that's
right. If we're on 7, you got me 180%.
You betcha. And we understand that too, ladies and gentlemen. We do understand that some drivers are eventually going to find their way off of the older platform and start focusing on the newer platform, and that's just the way it goes. And we respect it 100%, and we know that when we finally make that jump, we know that those guys are going to be right there, ready to jump right back in it. So we do appreciate that, and I of course appreciate all the support as always. So we're going to move to Ghost Viper too as well, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting super late for Ghost, so let's talk to Ghost Viper here. I'm sure he's probably got to go and get the whole adulting thing done so he can be sleeping and get ready for work in the morning. you know, we asked Ghostwiper to race last season, but of course, Ghostwiper's a busy guy. We all know that Ghostwiper is a amazing Facebook streamer over on Facebook Gaming. He has an absolutely stand-up community. He's a stand-up dude himself, and for him to be in season 2 here this year was really an honor for me. So I want to say thank you for jumping in and representing GVG here this season at DMJ Ghost. And how do you feel about the season? Talk us through it.
Well, let me start by saying, man, thank you, everyone, man, to Ghost and all the drivers on track, from D-Dot to Apex to everybody, man. There's just so many names to actually call out, man. But thank you to everybody, man. The season was good, man. I started off pretty strong, and then I started fell by the wayside. So, but it was good, man. Racing with everyone, man. Everybody was on the top of their game, man. If not trying to be on the top of their game, man. So it was good racing with everybody, man. It definitely, you know, have you searching for strategies as far as tire wear, consistency, you know, all across the board, man. It was definitely a challenging ordeal, man, to say the least, man. But but for the most part, man, it was a great series, man, and I enjoyed it, man. I definitely have a lot to work on as far as racing, so yeah.
Well, judging by the way that the standings were looking and the way the race is finished today, it looks like that you have also earned one of those coveted all-star racing spots. So is that something that you're going to be interested in participating with the boys as well coming into the future?
Possibly, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure, man. But I'll definitely keep it in mind, man, and then I'll update you on what's happening.
Absolutely.
If that's okay.
Absolutely. And I guess the biggest question is, and I'm sure that everybody's wondering this as well as watching right now, are we going to see Ghostwiper 26 in season 3?
Unfortunately, I don't think so, man. Sorry.
No, it is all good. I mean, hey, you know, these races are late at night for a lot of these drivers right now. It is, I mean, it's encroaching on midnight for a lot of these drivers. So keeping that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. So, of course, we all work for a living and we all have lives going on and families behind us as well. So we totally understand. But, man, I really do appreciate you being in the series this season. And, well, stay tuned because we have a bunch of stuff coming here from DMJ and other various sources. So there might be something you'll be interested in. We may just see you back on track yet. You just never know.
All right. Well, thank you again, man, and congratulations to the Jake for winning, man, the champion, man. That was very, very tough for all of us, man. But congratulations to Jake, man. Spec. It was a tough race from everyone. I mean, from every track. So, but thank you guys again, man, for even having me, man. Thank you again, guys. Seriously.
Yeah, well, cheers, and we appreciate it. And again, you know, congratulations to Ghostwiper himself, the man behind GVG and that great community over there. And you know, GVG is always welcome here at DMJ anytime, any place as well. So. But thank you for taking part. Congratulations. It was fantastic to watch you on screen. And I can guarantee you that the move on the final lap of race 1 will never be forgotten here in DMJ history either, my man. That was absolutely fantastic
Legendary
stuff. And congratulations on a great season, my man. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, and thank you for everyone as well, man. Thank you.
All right, guys. So we're going to go down to words, the guys that were near the bottom of our list here tonight. We're going to go talk to Heathen. We're going to go talk to Superman. We're going to go talk to Bandit. So let's start with Heathen. Betcher, whoever's still in the chat. I don't even know who's in the chat here yet. I got to go check. We got Betcher. We got Superman. We got most of the guys here. So let's go to Heathen first. So your first season here at DMJ, how'd it feel?
Yes, sir. I loved it, man. You know, I found myself up towards the sharper end of the field a couple times, and everybody from front to back was super respectful. I definitely learned more than I ever thought I would. This was my first, my first foray into a full competitive series, and I loved every minute of it. And I can say without hesitation, I'll be back.
We love to hear that. I mean, we understand, of course, we lost some drivers from season 1 as well due to just the day and the time, of course, of the races, right? People's real lives kick in and schedules take an effect, and sometimes sometimes those drivers have to bite the bullet and just step out for a season or two. So, yeah, of course, we are intending on keeping the series on the same day at the same time for simplicity for, of course, our current drivers that are registered with DMJ. So, for you guys that are here now, that is what the plan is moving forward into the future. And of course, we are going to try and coincide the series with the UK side as well. So again, we'll make announcements for you guys in the Discord. You guys will be made well aware ahead of time of when it's coming and where and how to register. But again, new driver with Apex Sim Racing 2 recently again. Just near the end of last season, actually, is when they were talking with you, trying to get you to come over to the team. And how's that experience been for you? Of course, preparing for not only competitive racing, but getting used to a team environment and a family environment.
I'm loving it, man. And just like you just said, it really is more of a family environment than a team environment. Freak and Badass, Chris, Jake, the whole team, everybody is all more than willing to help each other, and not even just on track, just moral support if somebody's going through something in life, just everything. We're always there for each other. Honestly, I talked with a few different teams, ran with a few different teams, not joining them, but just running with them. And I still run with some of those guys, but when I found Apex and started racing with them more often and talking to everybody and hanging out with them on here on between Sport and 7 on a nightly basis, I knew that I found my team. And it was as soon as the offer was extended, I didn't hesitate. I was all about it. I love these guys, and they're all stand-up guys.
Absolutely, and again, how does that help you prepare when it comes to such a competitive series, say such as a Choose Your Weapon series here at DMJ?
Really, just tips and tricks and little, Jake and Badass are extremely helpful when it comes to putting in practice time and encouraging everybody to get in practice time. And even Sparky Boom Man, he's the same way. He'll out on track with you and run laps. All those guys every day of the week. That's if they didn't have some other race going on, they were all practicing for DMJ, and I got to give everybody in the series props for that. But my Apex boys, they helped out with strategy, and really, for example, tonight I was running great. Jake gave me a little strategy that I was going on, and it was working perfect. The only thing that happened was my driver mod wore out, and from there it was basically just trying to recover. But the strategies have worked great, and they're not afraid to give their strategies out to other teams, to help out other guys. And that's another thing that I love about this team is they're not so one-sided that they only want to see their guys do good. They want to have the whole field be competitive. And there's not very many teams out there like that.
No, and you're not wrong, especially when it comes to team-based racing. Teams are obviously competitive and want to see their racers do well, but again, special series with a special group of drivers. They do pretty special things, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen it all season long. And are you happy with the result this season?
For my first time out, absolutely. My goal basically was to just get out and finish races, and I did that, and I actually did a little bit better than I thought I was going to do, considering the competition. I mean, you got guys like Ghost Viper, No Lander, Badass, Jake, the whole field. There's no driver in this field that I would call slow. Everybody in this field has pace, and this has probably been the most like an actual real world racing series that I've been in since I started sim racing a year ago. I love it.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate your support, and we appreciate you being on track week in and week out. We obviously appreciate your competitive spirit, and congratulations on the season.
Thank you, sir. Couldn't do it without GT45 Gaming, Apex Racing, and most of all for DMJ, DDR.
Cheers. Absolutely. Great shout outs there, my man. All right, we're going to move to Bandit Zeke here. Now, Bandit Zeke is a brand new driver this season. He didn't jump into Season 1. Fairly new to sim racing when Season 1 started. He put in a little bit of work, put in a little bit of practice, and got working really hard. Joined up into Season 2 here, and he got about six of the races in, or maybe 5 of the races in this season. He had some things come up. Of course, he had to relocate in the middle of the season, which is never easy because you always have to deal with the technical side of that. And but he was able to get everything sorted out, and he was able to get back on track for a finale. So first of all, welcome back, my man, and great final race. And right at the start of that race, I mean, I know as a new driver, as a new racer, as a learning sim racer, being in pole position with all that pressure in such a big race, it sits on you. It's hard. So how did you handle that tonight?
Actually, tonight was pretty fine. I told the guys at the start of the race before you went live that I was going to make them work to get past me in that first couple of laps, and that's what I was trying to do. Just one little mess up and quickly lost to the back of the pack. So, but I did hold them for 2 laps, and I was pretty happy with that.
No, and you did a fantastic job. It was great to watch that as you were battling with those top drivers, bearing down on you, putting all kinds of pressure on you, and you made that you put that car of yours in the right spot, and you made it was so wide that these guys really did have a hard time to get around you. And we did notice too in the race, even if they were when they were catching up to you near the end of the race, they were actually having a hard time catching up to you. So I mean, clearly you were with the pace of the pack, but as you said, just a couple mistakes and set you back a little bit. But I really want to commend you because it's really tough as a new sim racer to coming into a series, and you have such a competitive edge in the series, and you feel a little out of place because you're learning still. But the way you handled yourself this season on and off the racetrack was just absolutely top notch. You handled the blue flag situations very well, and you adhered to you adjusted to the rules and the way that league racing operates very well. So I think that you should be very proud with yourself and how it went for you this season, and hopefully a season 3 for you.
Oh, there is going to be a season 3 for sure.
Fantastic. So hopefully, we can work on getting you in.
Only way to get better is to keep racing.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. He said it better than anybody could have said it right now. And racing guys that are on a little bit of a different pace level than you just helps you quickly and more efficiently learn that pace level too as well. It helps you adapt quicker. It helps you. You just pick up those things by following those drivers all the time, and we did see that with Bandit from the start of the season to the end of the season, night and day. He looks fantastic on the track today, and like I said, I mean, in that pressure-filled situation, you battled hard, you fought well, and you had a pretty good race there tonight. So congratulations, man, on the season, and thank you for taking part. And of course, Bandit Zeke is top admin here at GT45 Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. This is like my best friend in the whole wide world, so it meant a lot for him to join the series. And to see him do so well, just puts a big smile on a guy's face. So really appreciate you, my guy.
Thanks, and I want to say thanks to all the drivers that helped and taught me how to get a little bit better.
Hey, cheers.
Look forward to doing it again.
All right, well, season 3's a coming. You just got to stay tuned for the announcements, but look forward to seeing you back on track, my guy. Congratulations on a good season for your first one, my man.
Thanks.
All right, Mr. Superman. We were going to go to you next, but I figured I'd make you wait just a little bit longer. You still there, my guy?
Yeah, what's
All
up?
right,
Timmy?
what's
How
up,
you doing,
buddy? How you doing? It's been a while since we've chatted, so it's nice to chat with you here at the end of a race.
Yeah, dude, it's definitely refreshing to talk to you. How's it going?
It's been good, my man. Good race tonight, dude. You're looking good out there.
Yeah, I'm trying it the best I can, bud. Just give her hell every week, show up, put the work in, and leave it all on the track, dude. That's all you could do.
Absolutely. Now, you were in season 1 last season, and you had a tough season. But that didn't stop you. You came back into season 2, and you were looking good out there. You looked good all season long. We all make mistakes on the racetrack. We're cautious time on the racetrack, and at the end of the day, that's for 95% of us sim racers out there. That's usually what we do to ourselves during our racing. But I mean, you came in, week out. You just stuck it out. You put the seat time in. You put the experience in. How did you feel this season? You feel like you're happy with the result this season?
Yeah, definitely, man. The pace from everybody has increased. I felt like, I don't know, it was just everybody was just driving their hearts out, man. This field is tough, dude. Like, it's, even for the experienced guys, like, it's a good series to run, man. Like, I just enjoyed getting on track with the boys, turning some laps, and just doing the dang thing.
Absolutely, and I mean, you know, we all have bad races, ladies and gentlemen. So when you have a bad race, what's your go-to for the bounce back for the next week?
Nothing. You can't. Whenever the race is over, you got to get focused on the next task at hand, which is the next race. You can't let the race before plague the race that you're going into. You can't carry that with you. And I kind of struggled with that in the first season, but I definitely overcame that in the second season. Even if I did have a bad race, I was like, all right, it's time to move on. There's a new objective to do. Get focused up, get your practice in, and get on the ball. Just keep that mindset, man. I mean, a lot of this like, there's a mental side to driving too, man. It's not just you making sure you're hitting your apex. There's a mental side to it too, man.
And absolutely, and I was actually just kind of where I was just getting ready to head to there with that is, you know, drivers, myself included, is victim of it as well. You know, you have a bad race and you hold on to that, and it sits there, it stews and it bugs you and it eats away at you, and then you get into another race and you're still thinking about that past race, like you said. But when you let it go and you just refocus up on the next race, it really does help your mental attitude as you move forward, and obviously whether you're just lobby racing or whether you're competing. So do you think that racing in leagues definitely would be better for a driver's mental state of mind as far as just the learning experience that comes from league racing, and of course the camaraderie that comes with it?
Well, from the camaraderie, yeah, that definitely helps, because you could lean on the support from your other drivers, right? But yeah, I think it does have an effect.
And I tend to agree. And I mean, just watching you guys as a community from as being the host, and just watching what you guys are doing on and off the racetrack, you know, that's the one thing I do make notice, and that's kind of why I lean the questions into bringing that up, I guess, in a sense. Is, you know, I've noticed in a lot of the field the mental attitude improving from all the drivers, not even necessarily from some of the drivers that say maybe struggling in the series, but also some of those drivers that are already competing at a top level, because it doesn't matter whether you're at the top level or where you're still learning. That mental stress always comes into play because of pressure, because of whatever maybe expectations you have on yourself. And what I do see from this community is no matter how down any one of you guys seem to get on yourselves, the whole group just picks you all right back up, and it's just game on. And we really do love to see it here at DMJ. We appreciate all your guys' support towards each other, because it really made an absolutely fantastic series. And I said it last season, I don't think it can be topped. I really don't know if season 2 can be topped. You guys really put it all on the line this season, and you should be proud of yourselves, so congratulations.
Well, thank you, man.
And season 3 for Superman?
Hey, you have to tune in to find out, dude.
Oh, I love it. I love it. There we go, folks. So the mystery card, we get the wild card in Superman here. Will he race? Will he not race? We'll have to tune in to find out.
you never know with Florida, man.
That's right. Cheers. We appreciate you. I mean, thank you for the positive vibes and just the great words as always, my guy. Always love talking to you.
No problem, Timmy. Just one more thing before I let you go here. It's, just never give up, dude. Like, no matter what situation you're facing, no matter what you think, just don't give up, man. Just come back to it. Experience is the best educator, and just keep pushing forward, man. No matter what your mind tells you, that's your biggest enemy, is that thing between your ears. Don't quit, dude. Just keep pushing.
True. And great words of advice. Appreciate that, my man. All right. Poor Jakey back there. He's probably just peeing his pants waiting to talk. So let's get to the winner here today. I think we've made him wait long enough now. All right, Jake, my guy, how you doing? You all calm down now? Is he there? there? You might have
Yeah,
stepped away.
I'm pretty calm.
Oh.
I'm yeah. That's all good. The first lap went better than I expected. I saw everyone hooking wide for turn one, and I knew because we've been practicing on warm softs, warm hards, it'd be a bit of a forgetful moment for a couple of people. And I went to the outside and just pulled right up to the curb. I think I gained about 3 or 4 positions. So Sparky was behind me, and then from then on it was just keep Sparky behind. I was surprised that he'd followed me into the pits so early, but the pace that he held in that RCZ was brilliant. Had a bit of a hiccup mid-race where Spec went 1 lap too long on his strategy, well 1 lap longer than I anticipated, and I caught right up to the back of him and he was defending like hell, so I had to put a bit of a distinctive move on and lost about 2 seconds to Sparky, but that's what racing is. From then on it was pretty plain sailing. I've got really good pace around here. I really do like the track, and just keep Sparky in my rear view mirror. Put the foot down when he got within 2 seconds, and job was a good one.
And I mean that's exactly what it was the whole race long. It was Sparky Boom Man in that rearview mirror. He was never not in your rearview mirror for the most part that race. So obviously you knew what was on the line. You're ahead by 2 points coming in today. You know you need to beat Sparky. You're currently holding fastest lap on the racetrack, so there's a little bit of a comfort zone there. But with the stakes at where they were at tonight, how do you handle
Uh, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I just got my head. I think I spoke once in that entire race. I had my head down. The focus on the guys and chat was pretty insane. You barely heard any talk, and everyone wanted to do the best that they could. There's so much on the line up and down the field. It wasn't just for P1 and P2. It was brilliant.
It really was brilliant. You could have put it any better, actually. I mean, we got a potential overall tie for third in the standings. A great battle for first overall, and those top 7 spots are undecided yet until these standings come out as well. So, I mean, really, obviously, of course, as the host of the series, I can't be asking for a better setup for a final round. Obviously, we've made for some fantastic racing tonight. And, you know, you guys really showed a high caliber of driving last season. How did you guys find another level coming into this season?
I think there's more comfort in the guys with the Group 3 cars than there is with the Group 4 cars, so I think that came into play for a couple of them. Definitely. A couple of the races you saw some of the people that were battling for 10th, 11th, 12th at the end of last season, middle of last season, and they were battling for 3rd, 4th, 5th. It was good to see the progress that people had made over the break.
And you know, you hear a lot of the drivers, you know, especially tonight, speaking about how Jake takes a lot of time to help the drivers. With the amount of time that you do spend helping the drivers, of course you're not the only one that takes the time out of their day to help the rest of the competitors and your fellow brothers in the field prepare for these races. How much more improved do you think the field's gotten this season over last season?
Oh, for sure, it's definitely faster. I was struggling to win races this season. Spec was on another level in the mid-season. It was hard to catch him. Him and LJ were just bumper to bumper for most of the races, but I think LJ just fell off a bit on the tyre races because he's an all out gunner. But as he said today, he's improved massively on the fuel saving part. It's just you need to work on one at a time.
Well, I mean, obviously as a driver at a high level, it's tough to find a way to race through that pace wall. You know, you get so fast around a racetrack, there's not a whole lot of time necessarily to find on that
Yeah.
racetrack. So doing those things that you were just talking about are exactly a good way to find that extra tenth of a second you need to just get past that wall you're facing. So how do you push to the point where you can get that? Is it be working with other drivers at that level as well to find that weak brick that kind of makes the wall fall?
Yes, definitely is better to be working with the quicker drivers. All props to the bottom half of the field. They kept it really good in the middle of the race and the start of the race today. It was nice and tight. Don't think there was many, if any, incidents. But yeah, it's definitely better to work with faster people. They can watch over your laps, you can watch over their laps, give them a couple of tips, gears that they can possibly run in different corners, and set them off, see when they get confidence, and then go back over them again. Give them more info. Don't try and overload them.
And that's a good point too as well. Of course, you know, as we're learning and developing, we get frustrated when we're struggling. So sometimes the overload of information can sometimes make it worse. But you know, it's funny. Last season, you really stepped up as a teacher, as a role model, so to speak, I guess, for the series and the drivers involved in the series and the reserves involved in last season. And this season, much of the same. And paying dividends for you here with back-to-back championship series. So, what do we expect coming from Jake for season 3?
I was tentative at whether I'd be coming back, but I've got to defend now, so I will be back in it for season 3.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. He will be
looking forward to the racing.
Be looking for the defense and a three-peat going into season 3. So, we love to hear it, and make sure you stay in practicing, because like you said, the field just keeps getting quicker and quicker. So
oh, for sure.
And you know, it's your moment, man. You say what you want to say. You know, how you feeling?
I'm quite a relaxed person, as you well know, so I'm not very talky, but it was absolutely brilliant season. I loved every bit of racing with all of the guys. I was a bit questionable of my abilities in the mid-season. I think I was placed 4th, with about 10 points gap to first. I was like, oh, this is a bit squishy, but started putting in more time, getting the faster slaps in the races, making sure my strategy would work with the time. But yeah, props to every single one of yous on track. It was brilliant to see. Props to you, Ghost. Comms every week. Amazing. I watch them constantly. Some races I even rewatch over. They've been that good. And thank you to DMJ as well for putting on this amazing series. I will be back to defend.
Well, we won't need to send them your address, because they've already got it, so they'll know where to send. They'll know where to send the trophy for you. So at least we got that covered. So, of course, once we get the official results all sent away, everything will be officialized this weekend, and of course DMJ will get those prizes out to our podium finishers ASAP. However, with that being said, I do want to make a notable mention, ladies and gentlemen, that Sparky Boomman, our second place finisher, has actually requested that the value amount of the prize, instead of sending it all the way to Canada, to donate to MacMillan Cancer Support. So everybody please hashtag Sparky up in the chat. Big heart, that guy. Really big gesture there. We really appreciate it on behalf of DMJ, GT45 Gaming, and everybody involved. And MacMillan Cancer Support will most certainly make good use of that. So special shout out to Sparky Boomman for that amazing sentiment as well.
if I can, real quick, Ghost, I'd like to give a shout out to all the drivers in the GT45, Apex, and just the wider community that we race with. Most of you guys know that my family had a family medical emergency back in February, and there's some times this season where it had me pretty down, and I just want to say thank you to all you guys, from my teammates to the guys in the GT45 Discord, just all of you. Thank you immensely for, helping keep my spirits up and dragging my ass back on track when I didn't really have the drive to do it. I just wanted to say thank you to all you guys.
Well, thank you for staying the course, and we're always here for you, my guy. We appreciate every little bit. Every member is just as equal as the next one here. So, thank you for staying the course and reaching out to us and letting us help, because that's what it's all about.
I appreciate it, man. That's like they said earlier. That's like they were saying earlier. This is more than just a racing community. This is a family, and I love every single one of you guys.
Awesome. Appreciate the extra kind words there, dude, for sure. All right, we got an ATB and we got an Olander left that we haven't talked to yet. So let's jump over to ATB. ATB's first season with us here at DMJ. He wanted in last season, but somewhere along the way I didn't get a registration to him, so he missed out, unfortunately. But he got in this season, and he was a little bit time off track before coming into the season, so he came in, he was a little bit cold, he was a little bit rusty, but finishing off really, really strong this season. Congratulations on your good season, ATB, and how did it feel?
Thanks. Yeah, everything felt good on track. Like I said, it took a couple races to get my feet from back under me from taking some time away from racing. But yeah, towards the end, was trying to work on my what I needed to on track, and with certain courses, with certain corners and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, and at the end of the day, I think it was a successful season back.
And I'm glad to hear we're super excited to see you get back on track and get back behind the wheel of the race car. And like you said, like I just said earlier too, as the season progressed, you started to really kind of get the feeling back for it, get under your feet, and season 3 for ATV.
I would like to say yes, but this is kind of like an early shout out. But with my lovely wife, who usually stays up and watches the races, everything all depends on the little one on the way, how all that goes, and with the timing of all that. So I would like to say yes, but with that, that'll probably be dictating a lot of my time. So
well, first and foremost, congratulations. We love to hear that. That's always great news, and totally understandable.
But yeah, and on that note, like I said, usually when my wife Emily watches the replay, she's just always just like, it's like, man, that guy does the commentating, like really likes the design of your car and just likes talking about you. And I was like, yeah, Tim's a pretty good stand-up guy, so.
Well, we appreciate it, and again, I appreciate all the support, and we give back what we get, and you guys give tons, so we try to give back just as much, and I mean, you guys make the season, you guys are on track, you guys put in the work, and are you pretty happy with the result for this season?
Yeah, I was aiming to get one of the top 7, chasing Olander down. My camp a little bit short, but honestly, like just breaking the 100-point mark for me, that was a goal I didn't think I was gonna hit, but Pearson at the end achieved that, so I'll chalk it up to a successful season.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and of course, anybody you want to thank, any shout-outs you want to send out there?
Yeah, I mean, doing the typical race car driver thing. I'd like to thank all the sponsors, DMJ, and thank you for your time setting everything up and doing the comms and the streams. I want to thank all the drivers, especially Jake, LJ, Sparky, think, if I'm missing anyone, sorry, but just kind of giving little tips and pointers during those open lobbies, especially for the races I was struggling with a little bit. But just taking their time, giving pointers and just kind of keeping that positive attitude, and making sure I wasn't too down on myself, especially when I first started back up. But yeah, just kind of thank everyone for a great season. Especially on track with the mid pack guys. Try to keep it as entertaining and competitive as I could.
Well, I mean, you were having some great battles all season long. You and Nolan really especially seem to be attracted to each other throughout the season. We're going to talk to you next. So, all in all, I think for being away for a while and coming back and jumping into such a competitive series, I think that you had a really great season myself, and you should be very proud of yourself.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, and like I said, it was just a blast kind of being in a competitive league environment, and just truly did enjoy the whole season, and look forward to whatever comes next.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate your support as always, and hopefully everything works out. We can see you on track next season, but if not, we totally understand. We know we'll be seeing you there watching as well. So.
Yep, like I said, if worst comes to worst, we'll have at least a +1 watching.
Hey, there we go, the +1. Future sim racer, folks. Future sim racer.
Yep.
All right, cheers, ATB, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, too.
All right, and last but definitely not least, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nolander. Are you there, my guy?
Sam, my friend, I am here. How are you doing today?
I am fantastic, brother. How are you?
I also am fantastic, man. Absolutely no complaints whatsoever. Fantastic season. I was just sitting here chatting it up with my chat, and Joe's up in here. Joe said, it's a really great community. Glad to be a part of it. On and off track, these guys are all legends. Looking forward to new and returning drivers in Season 3. And I just have to say, ditto, my guy. The guys on and off track are all really a great group of guys. Like everybody said, practice together, helping one another out on and off track. It's just something you don't see. And also I would like to say, I would like to know whether or not we could maybe get a hold of the Guinness World Book of Records, guys, because that was 20 race starts perfectly executed. 2 seasons in a row, not a red flag one. Well done, fellas. Well done on that.
Hey,
that was great.
He's not wrong, Chad. He's not wrong. We have not had a red flag off a race start due to an incident between drivers since the start of DMJ VROOM here in North America. So that in alone, the drivers deserve a massive round of applause for, because it is not an easy feat. We see it in all sorts of other different kinds of sim racing leagues. We see race starts from the absolute best of the best race drivers, and sometimes they just get messy. But these guys, I don't know what they do, man. They have like buffer pads in between their cars that keep it from happening or something, but man, they managed to find room 3 and 4 wide through these corners somehow, and it's incredible. It really is incredible. And as a fan and as a broadcaster, it just makes it so exciting to see. You think you're going to see a wreck, and you see all those drivers come out sorted and cruising down the road. So it really is pretty crazy what you guys have shown is possible in sim racing, especially off grid starts. We all know as sim racers that grid starts are one of the biggest struggles in sim racing, and man oh man, these drivers, they got it down. Tips and tricks? Call GT45 Gaming, and we'll get the community to hook you up. So, you were competing in Season 1. We know you tried real hard in Season 1, but man, Season 2, you come back into Season 2, and it was like you were on a whole new level this season. Season 3, I don't doubt that we're going to be seeing you right up front battling with those top guys. How are you feeling? I mean, you're looking really good on track. We've seen you competing in other series most recently. You're having very good race results. Where's all the confidence coming from right now?
Well, I guess it really, I owe that again to the drivers that I race with, in and out, day in and day out. They are just a stand-up group of drivers. I mean, they're fast, they're clean, efficient, getting on it. And if they make a mistake, they move on. Like Mr. Reeves had said earlier, just don't quit. I feel like I have actually come on to a whole nother level And drivers, you'll do that. You will reach a pinnacle and you'll be like, oh man, I'm just stuck. I'm just not getting any faster. You just keep at it. And one day, everything's just going to click. And you're going to reach another level. And then you'll pinnacle out again. And then you click again. It's happened to me like 5 times over this past year since I've been sim racing. And it's just an amazing thing.
Well, and I mean, you were looking racy out there. You know, you started the season off looking really racy, and then you ended the season off really having people kind of looking over their shoulder, going, "Okay, where's Nolander at? We know he's there. Where is he?" So, I mean, you had a fantastic season, and I mean, I know that your goal for sure was definitely to get into that top 7 spot. I know that you really want to go and represent the North America crowd over there in that Battle of the Pond this season, and I definitely think you did a pretty good job of securing that here tonight, my friend. So congratulations on a great season, and you know, what'd you think of it? You know, I honestly didn't think you guys could step it up compared to last season, but man, you guys just took it to a whole new level. I'm absolutely just floored.
Well, the racing has gotten much more competitive. Everybody on track, from the front to the back of the track, I would go side by side around any corner in Gran Turismo with, from the front to the back, and I'm not joking. And it's because everybody really is really good about holding their lines, for one, but they really care. You know, they don't want to mess up somebody else's race, and that's how you got to be. That's what makes racing enjoyable. You want to race your heart out, yes, but you don't want to wreck somebody else, because that's just one of the worst feelings ever. Ask me, I know.
And I think we all do. I think we're all guilty of that at one
Yeah.
point or another on track, of making a mistake and hitting a driver off track.
Right, indeed. And as far as the pond event, you're absolutely correct. That has definitely been my goal all season long. Bar something unforeseen, I think I've accomplished that, which I'm very grateful for. But again, I didn't do that on my own, you know. These drivers in this league are fantastic, phenomenal at helping people and creating confidence in them. And it really is a lot like many of the guys have said tonight, that it really is like a family, and I have to agree, you know. You just don't get better of a racing community.
Yeah, and you know, and I agree, and I feel like that's why it was important to really sit down and talk with each one of the individual drivers. Of course, some being late had to take off and go, so unfortunately we didn't get to them in time. That's definitely my fault. You know, we didn't get to speak with Egon, we didn't get to speak with Spectre. There was a couple drivers we did miss out speaking with, but and the point of that is to really try to hit home to everybody out there watching, or who's going to watch after as a replay, because they missed the live broadcast. You know, we know there's a lot of people out there sitting on the fence about jumping into sim racing leagues and getting involved in more competitive style racing, but what people don't realize is, yes, we say competitive racing, but we mean fun racing. We mean going out there and enjoying your time on track, and hey, maybe at the end of the day you end up with a trophy after a 10 or 12 week series. If not, you end up with a whole lot of memories and a whole lot of new friends.
Indeed, facts. And facts. I consider everybody that I've been on track with throughout the last 2 seasons, and you know, GVG as well. Many of the DDR guys, the sim racing community is just fantastic all around. There is no other gaming community out there that even comes close to the sim racing community when it comes to caring about one another and helping one another. And you're all just fantastic. And I am just absolutely blessed, and thank God that I know all of you, because I mean, just wow, it's been life-changing for me. Many people who get into racing and whatnot, or get video games period, are just trying to fill a void, right? Well, y'all have helped fill that void for myself, and I know many others on track feel the same way.
And I mean, it goes on this end as well. You know, I'm not on track, but I spend a lot of time, of course, with the drivers in the series, and not only as a whole, but of course as individually as well. You know, we do take time aside and of course speak to each one of our drivers on a personal basis to build that relationship between each other, right? To make the community stronger and to broaden a wider goal. And I mean, the goal for this season was for you guys to go out there, have a lot of fun, and see what you come up with at the end of the season. And man, you guys did exactly that. You went out there and you had a ton of fun. The Discord was buzzing all season long. I'm sure the Discord is going to continue to buzz for weeks after this season because there's just so much to talk about this season. And you know, you're a fantastic guy. You're very well spoken. You're very humbled human being. And we appreciate having you here and being a part of this community as well, Nolander. You know, and I really do look forward to seeing you stepping on some podiums next season for a season 3. Question mark.
Hey, thank you, my friend. And absolutely, bar work getting in the way or something very much unexpected, I will most certainly be back for season 3. I certainly look forward to getting on track with these guys anytime I can. It just helps you grow. You want to get out there, guys, like Tim said earlier, you know, Mr. GT45 Gaming. If y'all that are sitting on the fence and you just don't know whether or not you want to get involved, just come out and race with us. We have open lobbies all the time. Come out and race with us. See how it goes from there. If you're feeling it, maybe sign up. You're going to have a lot of fun, and you're going to get faster. And we're all nervous about getting on track for the first time, you know, in a big league race. You know, it's just something that you will overcome if that's what you want to do.
Absolutely. It does take time. It takes a little bit of patience. It takes a little bit of practice. But when you've got a community behind you, like the DMJ community here, these guys back each other up 100% of the way. It makes it real easy to adjust and learn and just have some fun. And congratulations to all the drivers. It's been a fantastic series. I've had a blast. It is by far my favorite day of the week when it comes to my content because of what these guys do week in and week out on and off the racetrack. And I'm a little heartbroken that we don't have DMJ race next week, but we do have stuff coming, ladies and gentlemen. Some fun stuff coming. I think you're all going to enjoy it. We do have more DMJ coming as well. So Nolander from Nolander Gaming over on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. Huge love to Nolander. Great racing this season, Nolander. Make sure you go over there, check him out, say hi. Throw him a like, throw him a follow, throw him a share if you haven't already, guys. And hopefully we'll be seeing him back competing for his first championship title next season. Thanks for your time, mate. I know, of course, you're live right now too, I believe. So I'll let you get back to your community and your thing, my guy. And we'll talk soon.
Absolutely, my friend. Thank you very kindly. And also, thank you to DMJ for putting this thing on. Fanatec, GT Omega, all the sponsors out there. You guys are awesome, and you guys give a place for people to come and make them happy for a couple hours at the very least. And I promise you, it's more than that. Thank you all so very kindly.
Appreciate you. God bless you, my man. God bless you.
Yeah, God bless you all. Have a good one, man.
Cheers, brother. Cheers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is all our drivers. If there's anybody left, you can speak freely. All right, so appreciate everybody hanging out. I know that was a super long podium interview, but again, I really feel like it's important that we talk to all the drivers. Now, a couple of reasons we went over earlier. I want to really hammer home that league racing really is a community building. It's a family bonding thing. And no matter what racing community it is, whether it be the DMJ community or the GVG community or the DDR community or the GT45 community or any other racing community out there, there are tons and tons of them out there. We all care about each other and we all got each other's back. Jump in. Don't be scared. We're going to take you in with open arms. We're going to help you. We're going to take the time. And we're going to make you comfortable so that you can come out and have the fun that these guys have in and week out. Nolander said it best. At the very least, you could be having just the worst day in the world. You get on track with these guys for a couple hours. You have a heated battle, a good, fun, competitive race. And for those couple hours, you have a smile on your face, and your day's been good. And that's what it's all about. And DMJ is providing a community. DMJ is providing a place for the community to come together, get on track, and race, have some fun, make some friends, build that camaraderie, and push the envelope in sim racing. And week in and week out, the drivers, whether they be over here in North America or over there in the United Kingdom and from all over Europe and around the world, we all have a goal in mind. We just want to race, we just want to have fun, and we just want it to be neat and tidy and proper, and league racing provides that. So, you know, for all you guys out there, your open lobby racing or your daily racing, you might be getting a little bit frustrated by the rubbing and the contact. You know, you got to remember, we're playing against the general public that are casual players, and we're playing against sim racers that are more competitive and experienced and seat time players. When you put the two of them together, it creates a little bit of chaos. However, when you throw in the racing league factor with a set of rules and regulations and a process and all these things, you're providing a friendly environment for a fun competition, and you start to eliminate some of these things. And those are the things that make league racing special over open lobby racing, because it's just a different kind of racing. There's a different expectation on the racetrack. There's a different way that the drivers want to represent themselves on the racetrack when you're in a league racing. So don't be scared. DMJ will welcome you with open arms. Stay tuned for registrations. We have a big announcement coming at the end of the week for a series coming from DMJ over here in North America. That one will be released shortly. We have Season 3 in our back pocket. Announcement will be coming soon for Season 3. Registration will be opening up a few weeks down the road for that. We want to give our drivers time to obviously have a break from the racetrack, have a break from the series and the pressure, but also still get to enjoy some of their summer and the early fall with their families. Camping season is ending, hunting season is starting. This gives these guys a chance to go and get that quality time in with their own families and not have to worry about the commitment of the racetrack. We have some fun stuff coming up for their in between the off season as well, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned for those announcements as well. There is lots of racing coming, not only from DMJ but from GT45 Gaming. So get your racing shoes on, folks, because it is going to be a very fast and very sweaty winter for all us sim racers here at GT45 Gaming community, the DMJ community, the DDR community, GVG, Rockefeller Racing, Apex Sim Racing, and anybody else that I have missed. I apologize to the teams that had their drivers here representing. We appreciate your support season in and season out. Shout out to Rockefeller Racing, always seeing Rockefeller Racing guys coming into the season as well. We're seeing those returning drivers coming in, competing, expecting to see guys coming back again next season as well. Maybe some new faces, you just never know. We have a lot of new interest in the series in the Discord as well, so I think the series is becoming very hot. And I very strongly believe this is the hottest, fastest growing series in North America currently. And let's keep it that way, folks. Let's keep DMJ buzzing. Let's keep talking about it. And hopefully within a couple weeks we can get a juicy little season highlight clip out for you. Maybe a part 1 of 3 series or something like that. So stay tuned. There was a lot of action this season. There was a lot of clips. There was a lot of great moments on in the racetrack that we could easily pull out of every single race this season. So it's definitely going to be a multi-part series. But I just want to thank each one of you, the guys, the viewers as well, sitting here who view week in and week out. You come in, you show that support, you cheer for the racers, you give these guys extra motivation to get out on track every night and just give it everything they've got and give it their best and have some fun with their friends. So to the viewers out there, thank you for your support. To everyone who's donated to MacMillan Cancer Support throughout the season, thank you so much for the extra support. We definitely know MacMillan Cancer Support mega appreciates it, and that money is going to very, very good use. And official announcement for the official results and the official season results will be out this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. It's been in another presentation provided to us by DMJ VROOM. They are sponsored by GT Omega Racing, Fanatec, They're also partnering with the LWR Designs. DDR, our amazing UK division broadcaster and host over there. Top-notch level comms and hosting over there with his top-notch racers. Battle of the Pond coming. Announcement coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned for that. We're definitely going to be seeing a big old NA versus UK battle. Round 2 coming here in... Well, I don't even know myself yet. I knew it's definitely being worked on, so it should be we should be hearing something in the woodworks coming down the grapevine pretty soon about that as well. Then the livery designers are going to do what they do best and absolutely make those cars look just gorgeous on the racetrack. And we're going to go have some fun with the NA Top 7 and the UK Top 7 Choose Your Weapon Series. We're going to put them in an all-star showdown. We're going to put the best of the best DMJ has to offer on the track at the same time, racing each other. You think this season was epic? You think that the UK season was epic? Just wait, because the all-star race is going to absolutely stomp the epic and raise it a level up. We have some huge names from both sides of the grid this season, and take your bets. Vegas, here we come, man, because it is going to be bombing. I'm excited. I can't wait. Of course, it's going to be your boy GT45, and it's going to be our other boy D.90 together in the comms box for this event. It's going to be fantastic. We love you, D. We love you, D. We were planning on having D in for co-host tonight. I did have a full grid scheduled to be here tonight. Of course, we had one driver, of course, coming up with real-life situation last minute, wasn't able to show up, and we were unable to get D-Dot into the call comms, but we love D-Dot, and there will be more coming between the two of us here, not only with DMJ, but I'm sure other things in the future. So, man, what a great season. As a host, I really honestly can't be any more appreciative and thankful for the drivers that we have here. They make my life amazingly simple. These guys don't complain, they don't gripe, they ask the right questions when they need to be asked. They inform the rest of the group if the group has those questions and I'm unavailable. They take the time to teach each other. These guys literally do lap guides for each other on the racetrack. Season 1 I thought was something special. It continued on into season 2. So season 3, I expect nothing less from this community. You guys want to get involved in something like that? Join the Discord server. Get ready. Announcements coming. That'll all be posted on the socials. It'll all be posted with the announcements where you guys can register, how you can find out more about our leagues. Ask your friends, ask your fellow mates in other Discord servers. They may know where and when and how. And DMJ is going to be back in a few weeks' time for Season 3. It looks like a fantastic series. I can't wait to line up with the cars. It looks beautiful. We're not saying any more than that. We ain't giving any of it away. And, yeah. Stay tuned for more, folks, because it's coming. So, what a great race. Start to finish. Lots of action all the way from front to the back of the field. There was battles back there for 12th and 13th, 10th and 11th, 8th and 7th, 9th and 10th, 3rd and 4th, 1st and 2nd, 5th and 6th. I mean, all race long. Just beautiful. A difficult racetrack. The drivers came out. They came out at a level that I couldn't even have imagined tonight. And then they put down a blazing race for us here. So congratulations to our podium finishers here tonight. 3rd place driver LJ Super Ninja with a 3rd place finish for him. Sparky Boom Man coming in P2 here tonight, and GVG Jake 2309 finishing in 1st place, securing that championship title for season 2 and defending his season 1 title. So back-to-back championships for Jake. Who's going to come in and knock that guy off his pedestal next season? Tell all your friends, tell all your top tier drivers, tell all your racing buddies. There's a champion that needs to be taken down in season 3 of DMJ Choose Your Weapon here at GT45 Gaming. It's been an absolutely amazing season. It's been amazing hanging out with you all. We'll see you next Tuesday for something a little bit different, and stay tuned for more. I love you guys. Stay winning. It's been an amazing season. It's been an amazing journey here, and I am an absolute proud partner with DMJ here. My name is GT45 Gaming, the host for your evening today, and it's been an honor to present this amazing championship final round for you guys and you girls out there watching. whether it be live or later. And just a huge shout out to my community, man. You guys came in just lighting it up. Spec, LJ, Chris Reeves coming in with the like. We had Brandon coming in with stars a little while ago. 200 stars. Great race, great champions. Hopefully be there in season 3. We love you, Brandon. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's catch up on a few of these comments here. I've been just talking forever. Hashtag Brandon, Sparky, perfect as well. That's right. Okay. Thanks again, Timmy. You're a legend, man. To all the other drivers out there, catch you all season 3. We love you, Chris, brother. To anyone out there sure about joining, come in. The water is fine. Just let you know how we roll. Hashtag DMJ, hashtag GT45 with your host and commentator, the legend. I'm going to try best. Hey, facts. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate all the support. Don't forget to hit that like and that share before you leave the broadcast, whether you're watching now or whether you watch it later. Even later, it matters. It helps the page grow for free. Let's keep telling people what we're doing over here at DMJ, GT45 Gaming, D.90, and let's get the world racing. Let's get everybody on track. Let's have some just absolutely bang-up championship races. Let's keep bringing in those new names, and let's change the world one driver at a time. Stay winning. Take care. Peace and love. We'll see you all very soon. Thank you for all the support in Season 2. Appreciate it so much.
Bye.